you may, don't be surprised if there's some results from that.
Well, if you ask me, I'm going to make you a general, but then you'll have all that responsibility, and that sucks.
No, I'd rather stay in the field. No desire to make it above colonel.
What's a general doing in the front? Oh, this one's a fighting general. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we haven't had those for 75 years.
Did you not read about Patton? I mean, Patton was. No, never mind. Fine.
He was still in the rear with the gear.
Where is he?
Where is dumbass? Is that like a Where's Waldo? You just look for the dumbest ass looking person in the picture?
Yes,
Yeah.
in this case, it's Cole.
Is Cole joining us?
That's what I'm curious about.
I genuinely, I'm the newest guy.
Oh, but you're
So
not
I hope-
considered the dumbass.
Well,
Not yet.
but no. This is out of character. This is Sean saying, what can we do to help him be more committed to the game? And if he doesn't want to be more committed to the game, do we want to continue to deal with the back and forth? And if the answer is, Sean, shut up, we're just going to deal with the back and forth, then okay.
We've just dealt with the back and forth for the last 2 years.
Usually,
The only way to keep him more engaged in the game, I think, would involve espresso and no weed.
He actually apparently
He
doesn't do edibles anymore.
claims he no longer does that,
Oh, okay.
but I don't believe him.
And neither do I. Not for a second.
No, not last time. Sorry.
Well, I went to A school with a guy. He comes up to me one day, said, "Yo, Mod, I used to be smart like you, but I just did too much weed."
Wait a minute. I'm a
Do
doctor's
smart.
girlfriend.
And as Bruce knows, I drank myself into oblivion, and I'm trying really hard not to do that. I quite literally had a parking lot moment. Just so y'all know, you're not on the top of the list, which is why you didn't get the phone calls. And one of the coolest things that's happened in my life, and it sounds stupid, but my brother literally said, "Put me back at the top of your list." Him and I, and Bruce knows the story. Ben and I have had a really hard time. Ben's my younger brother. Bruce, I'm pretty sure you actually met him at one point.
We've known each other so long, I'd say probably yes.
He and his eldest son, Braden, came up to get me because it turns out we had a bunch of papers to sign that they said, no, we don't need Sean. And he was on his way to help somebody else who's dying of cancer.
Yikes.
Move. So it was like we were gonna hang out, but he's like, I kind of need to just do this and go. But then there's like, nope, your brother has to be here. Yeah. Southern law shit is just such bullshit. I'm telling you. But anyway, we did get to hang out, and the beauty of that was that I got to tell him, I've had a couple of moments, but I took you off the top of the list because I knew you could handle it. And he grabbed me by my collarbone and said, put me back at the top of your list. And that could not be more meaningful. That's me. That's my brother saying, if I want to go and buy a bottle of bourbon, he wants me to call him day or night and talk to him first.
Oh,
And
wow.
I can't tell you, for an alcoholic, that's huge. So anyway, I have that joy. I have that cool thing. What I am concerned about, and again, I'm new to this group, so I feel compelled. As an addict, I'm worried about your friend. And I don't know what to do about it because I am not in the position to do anything about it, but I am concerned.
There's nothing I can do about it other than give him opportunities to engage in groups of people, because I've always believed that role-playing groups are the anti-depression drug, the anti-suicide drug, the anti-isolation drug. So I try to make sure that these are always available. to the people I think are at risk.
Which I am, and you offered that to me. So to the rest of you, Bruce brought me in as my anti-drug because I have been under it, and I'm literally trying to keep 3 people from committing suicide right now as best I can, though I'm recognizing I'm not trained for this. So if you make that noise, I'm going to respond to it. I'm going to send professionals to you. Because otherwise it's just drama blah. But it just, this weekend, I'm like, what the hell? So anyway, so just saying, y'all that know him better than me, if he needs help, let's figure out a way to get it to him. That's it. I'm done.
All right. Step off.
Well,
someone.
he has a fiance that he spends a lot of time with. So I think that she's providing a lot of oversight.
Which is good.
Yes, as long as there's somebody there, because I wasn't sure about that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, Jefe, what are we doing now?
Okay.
All
There's a knock at the door to the hangar.
What time does the knock at the door come, Bruce?
Well, considering I would say this is probably around, it's about a half hour after you guys came back.
Am
So
I
Then I'm
am I
still-
there or am I
About
back
10
at my
o'clock in the morning, I imagine. What's that, Beth? You can't do that?
Hi, Beth.
It's in Netflix.
Hi, Beth. Hi, Beth.
Bruce, what time did you say it was? Was it in the morning?
Yeah, and I just need to know if I'm there at my place.
If you want to be with
Well-
us, you're welcome to it.
Half an hour
Sorry.
later, I'm probably still ministering to people's wounds at that
Right,
point.
right. Somebody get the
means-
door.
Which means I'm there.
Yeah, yeah.
And if I'm there, then there's going to be that crazy, merc thing where I'm like bare chested or whatever, reaching out to find the nearest gun I can.
Oh, you're sedated.
Oh, well, then I'm slowly reaching out. Hey, we're good.
Angel, can you get the door?
I'm trying to grab a gun.
Ketamine pretty much makes you not want to
you're
move.
You're
so.
not in a condition to be shooting things.
Yeah,
But-
and I
but-
probably moved
but-
your guns away from you as ketamine impairs your ability to comprehend
Pretty
things.
much.
So.
Yeah.
Absolutely wisest choice you could make, because otherwise someone's going to get shot. So
I'm
good.
gonna go get the door.
I am a Green Beret surgeon. I know what the hell I'm doing.
Green Berets, brothers. Delta wishes they were Green Berets.
Oh, Delta usually is Green Berets, but
Right.
Well, it used to be separate. Now it's not anymore. But yeah,
it is
All right.
still. Delta's the top 0.1% of the top 0.1%.
Wow.
except
wow.
they're,
Wow.
well, he's right, but they're also a bunch of drug addicts and alcoholics. So
It's every military person, though.
no, Green Berets keep their shit together.
Yeah, okay.
Well, at least they used to. Sorry, I'll
All
shut
right.
up now.
So
You're fine.
Angel answers the door.
Go ahead, Angel.
Yeah,
Who
like I
is
was-
it?
Like I said, I was gonna go into the door. Can I help
Okay.
you? And I have no clue who's on the other side of the door.
Okay. You open the door, and there's a bunch of security guys who look at you and they say, "Mayor wants to talk to Mike." Like looks at his slate, Mike, and then he looks around. He says, "You know where Walker is?"
I'm over here.
Are you shouting this?
Yes, I am. I'm still looking for a gun.
Okay.
Angels with that
They're
emphasis.
walking in. Are you going to try to stop them, Angel?
At this point, no.
I'm not gonna
I will
either.
warn that three people are injured, so beware of that.
If Jason is there, he's going to have to stop me from trying to yank shit out of my arm as I'm trying to get up and fight these guys.
You can't move.
you know these guys, Walker. It's not like you've seen people that probably talk. They may or may not. Let me make a luck roll here.
Okay.
Have you ever seen people?
They're a
the
different
videos?
group of security guys, but you've seen them before.
Have
So
ever
you
seen-
can tell I want to move. I agree with you that maybe I can't, but you
have
can
you ever
see
seen people that have gotten their wisdom teeth out and they always film them and they say outrageous things?
Oh,
and they're
yeah,
all
my
like,
son just
You have
except-
rubber neck. You couldn't even hold your head up straight.
Except I had all 4 of my wisdom teeth taken out at West Point, and I still was able to move. And again, that's why I'm an alcoholic, because
Depends on how you work, but
so I'm either completely unconscious or I'm trying to pull my things out. But you're right,
you're-
Jason. I agree with
then
you.
you're completely unconscious because I'll give you more.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
there's a
think-
moment where I look up and I'm like, "You motherfucker!" and then he puts me back under.
That's right. Sleep with Prince Valium.
Now, you totally get to be in charge of that. But if he has any ability at all to move, he's going to be trying to move, and he's pissed because this fucking city doesn't appreciate this group as far as he's concerned, and he's pissed off about it.
Okay.
So
I'm
I will
assuming
walk
that you're-
over.
Well,
He
well,
just
wait a
twitched.
second. I mean,
Did he just? I could
you
swear he
sound pretty
twitched.
busy there, Jason.
Hmm?
You sound busy, Jason.
Oh, well, I know, but she told me over comms that there's people here.
Yeah, but that's like
Oh.
after they already walked in. So
Okay.
Okay.
right. So anyway, I'm assuming
I've
you
got
guys-
them on. I've got them on cots.
Yeah, they're assuming that. Okay, is this inside the Summers or is this outside in the actual?
This is in the actual thing.
All right.
Okay, I don't know what thing means for you.
The-
Hanger.
I was going to say in
Hangar.
the hangar.
In
Okay,
the
they're
hangar.
out. They're out in cots outside the Summers. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
All
the
right.
Summers didn't have-
All right, they walk over. Okay, and they look around and they see you guys, in cots and things like that, and
Son of them bitches.
is Mike also laying there on a cot?
Yes,
Okay.
as is
The blob.
the blob.
Uh,
All right.
Ronan.
Ronan, yeah.
He's unconscious.
Farting
Uh,
ice holes.
Okay. They let's make a smarts check here.
I'm wearing
He
a,
does. If
like
I
a
can say
surgical strap
anything,
top.
All right. They look at that and they say, okay, obviously Walker is not with us at the moment.
one fucking minigun, you bitch.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, he says, well, and they're looking around and they say, is one of these, are one of you Mike?
Microwaves.
I point over to the cot. Over to a cot.
Okay, great. Okay, they said, look, they say, Mike, the mayor needs to talk to you guys about recent
All right.
events.
Okay.
And remember, there's a big meeting tonight at after the normal day shift. So she'd like to talk to people before that happens.
Okay.
So it would be really, it's like office space. Yeah, if you could like get over to the mayor's office, before lunch, that'd be great.
Okay.
Could I make
I-
a suggestion? Could I make a suggestion? So, like I said, I'm wearing like a scrub top. There's blood on it.
Yeah.
Could you maybe, if the mayor really needs to speak with Mike, could you have the mayor come here?
And Walker's doing this and having to be like shoved back
I
into bed.
slap his hand down.
We'll go tell her what we saw, and whatever she decides is what she decides. So
All right.
I'll
we aren't
when
in
I'm
charge of the
cleared
mayor.
to travel.
So
I'm not
anyway,
cleared to travel yet.
okay.
Again, a whole
All right.
mumbled bitch goddess will get her coin.
I
God
drop
damn
her. I put an oxygen mask on Walker's face.
All right.
That should muffle him a little bit.
it. Yeah, okay, he's done.
Okay, so so a couple of the guys were getting very annoyed, and you know, and the guy who's talking just says, "Look, it is important." So
I understand, but
just you know, and so it would be best for everyone if you could get there before noon.
I'll be there as soon as I can.
Right. So they turn around and says, "Okay, let's go, guys."
Carry on.
And by guys, you know, it is a mixed gender group. So let me just
Copy
check
that.
here.
So does,
Yeah, it is half male, half female.
All right.
are they indicating like that they want like all of our party?
No, they specifically asked for Mike and
Right.
Walker.
First they said Mike, and Walter, but then it sounded like they wanted everybody. So
No.
okay.
Well, I mean, if you want to ask them a question, you can, Chen Wei, but
No.
okay, then they're not answering the question that was not asked. They have no comment on that.
Jason,
All right, so they turn
Jason?
around and they leave.
Jason, did you give Walker uppers by mistake?
nope.
Okay.
No, he totally tanked me out. I'm done.
He's over there
Yeah.
dying, man.
Yeah.
I'd ask what that was about, except I could sort of guess.
Yeah, you guys did notice that they were sniffing as you know, the air, you know, and that before they left.
Why are they
So-
sniffing? I haven't even started the oatmeal yet.
Yeah.
So I actually do know what ketamine does. I'm assuming he's put more than that on me at this point, which is why I'm like, I can't even fucking function, but I'm trying to. I want to, and then I'm gone. I'm out. I'm done.
Okay.
It's been a busy day so far for you.
Tell me
Been a
about
busy day for
Yeah.
all
And
of
you
us.
and most of you, well, I mean, actually, you know, for all of you, really, you didn't really get any sleep last night. Not much. I mean, the most
Not
you got
much,
was
no.
2 hours. So
Sleep?
Yeah.
What is
you know,
sleep?
Wow.
it's that thing that makes you better able to function and not overreact. That thing.
That's to be
Yeah.
determined, but okay.
Well,
Yeah,
how
anyways.
long do I figure it will take for these guys to recover to actually be good and mobile?
Mobile.
I would say I forget what the rules say about how long. You didn't do surgery on them, so
No.
that takes an hour. So it's like 10 minutes, yeah, for each person you're treating.
I
So-
literally only had one wound, and it wasn't even, you know, a shot to the heart wound. It was just a wound.
Yeah, but you
Right.
were also had a mountain dropped on you.
That's
So
true.
one
Well,
wound over your
okay.
entire body.
You're right. I did have a mountain dropped
Yeah.
on me.
Yeah, you have bruises all over your body.
Right.
You ever been in a
Especially
car wreck?
considering you insisted on, you know,
Standing
on
in front of the
breaking
blast.
free of the pile of rubble you were in instead of anybody
Yeah.
rescuing you. So
Right.
we
Right.
had
Have you
that-
ever been in a
those
car
additional
crash?
sharp, those additional
Yeah.
sharp rocky bits sticking
I,
into you.
I did warn you guys I'm playing Action Hero Man. So
Yes.
I,
But
and I
have
will
you ever
take.
been in a car crash?
Yes, you have.
Now, the
I
good thing-
have. I've been in 2
Have you
car
ever
crashes.
have you ever not gotten hurt? I mean, like actual physically injured, but you still hurt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where you're at.
One
Absolutely.
time the head bounced off the driving wheel because I was actually driving, and if I may be so bold, I saved everyone's lives because the trucker was an asshole. The other time I was a passenger, and I did, you know how the thing is, right? We're about to crash, you throw your arms back and you do what you can to pull people in. So I did the whole body cover thing. And you're right, Jason. I know how much I hurt right now. I know.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So
And
I'm
I-
gonna say they'll be down, and I guess it'll be a couple of us going
Yeah.
rather than
I'll
all of
head
us.
over at 9:00.
Yeah, Bruce, you need
after
to look at the
breakfast.
you need to look at the fatigue rules because they're the rules that cover what Jason's talking about.
I'm out of here.
Probably feel better after a good night's sleep.
No,
Very
but
good.
fatigue rules cover this, which is the whole aches and pains. And I fell down a mountain, but I'm not dying. But oh my God, it hurts. Like
Yeah.
that moment with between
Yeah.
Wesley and Buttercup.
I've read it, and it's basically it's you know, it basically says that you recover from a level of fatigue, you know, if you after an hour.
That's
So-
not the more important part. Is that is the mechanical representation of the role playing thing that Jason is talking about.
Right.
Okay.
One time I slept wrong, and my whole leg was just dead. I
Okay.
couldn't get out of bed and go to work.
All
I
all
had
right,
to
all
wait
right,
an
all
hour
right.
for it to get
Okay,
better.
so guys, you're all -1 to
All right,
to
okay.
all your stuff because you're
Very good.
super
Fucking
super
internet.
sore. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
I'm sorry. I hate Skype.
I
I hate Skype.
have to
I
apologize.
don't have a problem with
I've
it.
got a cold right now, so I'm coughing a bit. So I
Okay, so
apologize.
Mike, you said you're going to go over there
About 9 o'clock. Yeah,
about 9
after
o'clock. Okay.
about 9 o'clock.
Well, it's
It's-
more
It's
likely
10
you're-
already.
This is 10.
Oh.
It's more likely you're going to do it at 11.
Okay, 11. Okay, very
Okay.
good.
So
Do I feel that Mike's capable of doing that?
Mike's pretty
ma-
tough. He's
make a first aid check.
Yeah, and Walker's not capable of doing anything until Jason says he is.
right until Jason deep hills him.
The character sheet go.
I don't know.
It's right there. 11.
An 11. Okay.
11.
Well, you think that Mike is very ragged right now, and you don't think that if he's going to try to engage in any kind of prevarication, you don't think it's going to be successful. But it just depends on whether he's just going to tell the truth or not, in which case that's probably going to be okay.
Yeah.
At least as far as you think he can successfully tell the truth. But whether or not he's going to say anything.
Well,
more-
Chen Wei was there, so Chen Wei can go and talk to the mayor.
No, Kenley wasn't there the last time. It was
Right,
just,
I was there
no,
at
no.
the fight,
At the-
but
At the site.
I
Yeah,
was there
yeah, well,
That's
Yeah.
true.
for chasing
They-
the thing, but I wasn't.
okay, I'm not trying to make it too hard to understand, but the reason that the two of them were asked to go talk to the mayor is because the two of them were tasked with finding the robot core. So
Yes.
that's one of the number one reasons that they want the mayor wants an answer.
All right. Well, I'll head over there then.
Copy, Red Leader.
And then you
Chen
guys
Wei-
left, and then you came back, and she wants a report.
Okay.
Chen Wei, will you go with Mike?
I guess I could. I'm not sure what use it would be. I mean, I could
just make sure you
describe
don't
what
get us in-
happens, but
Make sure he doesn't get us into any trouble and he doesn't fall over or anything.
Yeah, bud.
sure.
He
See, I'll
shouldn't
see
go
what I
off
can
on
do.
his own, is what I'm saying.
How tall is Chen Wei, Ken?
Probably not that tall, maybe like
Probably
5'4" or something,
Okay.
You
very
can
good.
use him as a
which is
cane.
like me.
I'll
So
use him as a cane. Fine. Mike's 5'11", so yeah.
you do not use somebody whose hands are lethal weapons as a cane.
Well, too damn bad, brother. You're being used as a cane.
All right.
Has
Actually,
already said
yes,
weapons.
you do. That just means you're extra armed.
Aha.
Forearmed
Uh,
is
Mhm.
for
Anyway,
prepared.
Jason, I do recommend that you at least try to
I-
at least wake up Walker. He's got
I
gotta
stopped by.
Oh, I can wake him up.
Oh,
I
because
stopped-
I thought I assumed you guys weren't taking me, and I'm still unconscious.
He has
Well,
to go with. They
We're
did
just
ask
trying to
for him.
decide what we're going to
you
do.
are still unconscious.
You
I
are still
stopped-
on.
I stopped by wherever we have to, which is probably our vehicle, but maybe there's something here, and get an actual cane to give
Do
to
we-
him.
Do we want to send Walker? We can send Walker. I mean, I can.
They
Well, they wanted him.
they did ask.
I've got
for
counter
him.
drugs.
They asked for him, so you got to send him.
Give him a
I'm
little-
just afraid he's
Give
got
him
to
a
pull
little
a
pick me
minigun
up
and blow the mayor
he
away.
can go.
And to be fair, and Bruce will back me up on this, I have been their, Clint Eastwood, standalone hero guy until
Mhm.
you guys got here.
Understandable.
And then I
Right.
had wandered off, and then I came back, and so that's the role I have. He's like, oh,
Right, right.
that's Mr. Badass who makes sure shit doesn't go wrong, which is why he's always in trouble with the mayor
I
because
I
he's
roll a
sick of her
12.
shit.
I
Because
rolled
every
Alright.
time there's something
medicine
wrong,
to
Walker's in the middle of it.
give Walker the go juice and
The go-to.
negate the
Nothing
morphine.
nothing like balancing balancing drugs in
Oh,
somebody's
yeah.
system.
So,
Lot of
Jason,
Mhm.
Jason, he gets up, assuming you took all the things out of his arm and shit.
You didn't have anything in your arm. I wasn't giving you
Oh,
IVs or anything.
I assumed it was intravenous
You're not-
because.
No,
Well-
buttocks. Shot you in the buttocks.
Shot in the ass, baby.
Shot in the ass.
So he literally reaches over to grab all the shit. He thinks it's his arm. He's like, "What?" Okay, and then he actually sits up and he looks at you.
If you were low on blood or dehydrated, I might have given you saline.
Well, you'd have already done all that. So,
The mayor wants to rap with us, Walker.
Fa, do you want me to keep my mouth shut? Because she and I do not have a good relationship.
So you're going to get in a fight with the mayor, is what you're telling me.
I'll
So
just-
yeah,
I'll
keep your
just-
mouth
If you're
I'll
with the
just-
party, what you do reflects on the party. We want to be well reflected upon.
He looks around for a second and he looks over at you and says, "Party? We had the party last night."
He means the group, Walker.
Oh, the band. Okay. So he looks at you, and there's this moment because he's absolutely out of it, right? You know, and Sean knows what it feels like to be completely out of it, and he's trying to come back. But there's a moment where his eyes clear, and he stops and he stands up as straight as possible,
I'm back.
and he
away.
looks at, and he looks at you, Jason. We've been playing and dancing around this for a few, but for this meeting, it's going to be important. Are you accepting me? And are you my jefe?
We haven't had a chance to even discuss it. So
Well, then this is us having that discussion. Because what
it's
we're
a little
about to
premature,
do,
sir.
no, if we're going to go have this conversation with her, then we at least need to establish it for purposes of this moment. Because I have a relationship with her, and she is a greedy, self-interested, capitalist bitch. And
She didn't come across like that to me.
well, okay, but you haven't known her as long as I have.
Well, that's true.
That being said, I was born to raiders who took from everyone for survival. So, you know, that's fair too. But she and I have a very complicated relationship. And I need to know if we are going in together, am I with you or no? Because if I am no, then I will be me with her. But if I am with you, which to be
If
completely
you're
honest,
you have been with us on this exploit, and if you throw us under the bus, we're going to have problems.
Yeah.
As far as accepting you into our team, that is entirely up to the team and, well, our superiors as well.
Right.
okay,
Who
So-
you'll
Hey.
meet.
I want to get the fuck off this planet. I've been
All right.
treating it as
I do
home
too.
because I could come back here and it wasn't a problem and I got used to it. But then that stopped being possible. And I know what else is out there and I want to get back to that. And
All
I
right.
recognize you are the jefe, boss. Mike told me. So if it's
Ye-
not true, then it's Mike's fault that I think that.
Well, for purposes of this meeting, Walker, you're with me. And since I'm with the team, you're with the team.
So what you're saying is I
Does
just need
that
to
answer
stand.
does that answer your question?
For the most part, that means I'm going to have to stand there back and just keep my mouth shut.
If
But when she says shit you don't understand,
I will consult you if she goes somewhere I don't understand.
Okay, good.
Okay,
This,
let's do
this
it.
is what I needed to know
All
before I
right.
go.
We're out of here. Chenway, Mike, and Walker are out of here.
Okay.
So, Mike, one question before you guys leave.
What?
Should
What,
we
Jason?
start packing up?
Yes.
Hold on. We're not, the whole team's going. If the whole team's not going, Walker's going to make a shit bunch of bitch about it and say, no, we all go.
Ears.
Well, everybody except for Cole is still unconscious.
Right.
The
Okay.
blob. So at least someone has to stay with
blob.
the blob.
The blob.
Someone should stay with the blob.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors,
So-
Jason?
Now, wait a
Okay.
minute. Don't we have, no, we don't have another character.
No, we don't.
Rock, paper,
Hey,
scissors.
kid, watch this
Rock,
guy.
paper, scissors. Bang.
Hey, you can always
Out
trust
you
your-
go.
can
Or
always
one,
trust
I
your
lost,
friends.
so it's,
I mean, and
but
at the
you can
same
always
time,
put him in a pressure suit.
I was going to say, y'all know that Walker knows a shit ton of people in this town.
That
So
is true.
he could get someone.
Yeah.
All right.
Sean's point is I don't want anyone left out of role play.
Hmm.
Well,
Okay.
player currently isn't here to roleplay, so.
Out of game, since we have communicators, Sean, anyone can just pop into the conversation over
I know.
comms.
My problem is that Jason correctly, and I would make the same decision as a group leader. We don't want to leave a fellow character behind, but I don't want someone to be left out of role play because they had to stay behind to look after. And yes, you're right, communications, but that's not the same as being physically present.
Okay.
No, I mean, hand waving is like you got an NPC, or maybe they went to like the medical place.
Oh,
Although
well-
that would cost, so you
We
might
could,
not do
uh,
that.
We've
Doesn't
got money.
matter. Doesn't matter. I'm friends with the doctor. That's one of my contacts. So
I can
All
like
right.
let's get Sean into the ambulance and we'll leave him there. He should be fine.
Yeah, we'll lock him in the. We'll put him in the ambulance. He'll be fine.
Crack
Okay.
a window.
Cool.
You guys could just pick up the cot and walk it over to the hospital and leave him there for observation.
Let's do that. Yeah, that sounds like fun.
And
Oh.
If you know somebody.
I
You're
don't
only
wanna
on the other
carry him.
side of the administration building. You're on one side of the administration building. There's the administration building. Then there's the welcome center and then there's the hospital.
Okay,
So-
can we get a
Alright.
lifter? I don't want to carry him.
Why not?
You guys don't have a lifter yet. You guys,
guys,
have never
you know,
acquired
I'm a walking lifter, right?
All right,
you-
Walker, you get on
Okay,
one
you're
end.
gonna
I'll get on
you're
the
gonna
other.
carry one guy and you can't carry shit. I'll carry him.
All right.
I thought we
Okay.
were
So
gonna
Guys,
we.
it's you said he's on a cot. You know, one person on each side. And
Yeah,
each
not a
corner
problem.
Works really well.
I thought we
Okay.
were locking you in the wee woo van.
So yeah,
too.
the
After-
person the person
could just
behind
bring
me
him to
is like, I'm not even lifting anything. Well, I'm
Okay,
like
very good.
one-handing it practically. So
I
I want to
would.
see you pick up a person in a cot with one hand.
He carries
Well,
it like
people's
he
health,
carries
sure.
it like they carry a tray in a restaurant. You know, like this.
Jason,
Yeah,
you and I both
7-foot
have
arm span.
different real world experiences, but you know I live in a cinematic action world while you still hold on to reality, which by the way I respect because you've had way more amazing real world experiences than I have. But I've saved a couple of lives in my time. And I've done the fireman's character.
Oh, I have too.
And
It's not
and
fun for any distance
no,
for anybody.
but my character is built so that I could do it without even a hand wave, even with a fatigue
All
level.
right. Okay.
So-
okay.
Once we drop off Ronan at the hospital, we'll head to the mayor's office.
Okay.
Moving along. All right. We're
All
at the mayor's office, I guess. And Micah says to the secretary, the mayor wanted to see me.
Yes, the mayor did. Let me go see if the mayor is currently available.
Thank you.
Okay, and the
Sit in the lobby.
secretary.
Well,
Yeah,
if she and in the background, he's like, "Well, if she's not, fuck it, I'm gonna go get a taquito."
And she is available.
All right.
So
All right.
you
I
guys,
walk in.
she says, please, and she says, please, dust off your feet, before you go in on the
All right.
on the welcome mat, because
Right.
it's always dusty. And of course, if none of you guys have changed clothes since you came back, you've got a lot of dust on you from the explosion.
Yeah,
I
pretty
don't
much. Yeah.
dust anything off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. All right.
Well,
Wipe.
Then she looks at you disapprovingly, Walker.
I say, I was supposed to watch you. Dust yourself off.
All right. Dust.
Now, hold on. If Chen Wei says that, then Walker will set Ronan down, and he will look.
Ronan's at the hospital.
We
Oh,
already got Ronan off at the hospital.
Yeah, you're right. So no, but okay. So he will look over at Chen Wei and go, okay, and he'll walk outside and he will.
Okay.
And he'll dust his feet off in a very elaborate, stupidly demonstrative way. And then he will look at you before he walks back in with his arms open going, eh?
Sure.
Yeah, we have a term for this. It's called malicious compliance.
So does Chen Wei make it clear that he's okay with me or I'm sorry, he or she?
Hey,
Does he make it okay that I can walk in? Because he's not going to walk in.
are you actually dusted off regardless of
No,
how ostentatiously you did it?
I did the whole dust everywhere. I rubbed my feet aggressively on the floor mat.
A cat.
However you posed when you did it, did you do it?
I
She
did.
sat on my keyboard.
I'm
Oh,
fine
very
with it
good.
then.
That cat is
line of
amazing.
zeros
by
across
the way.
my.
That cat is amazing. So again, I'm looking at Chen
Must
Wei
be feeding
going.
time at the zoo.
I say your local customs here for dusting off are really weird, but sure.
You think a lot of things
Well-
are weird.
Then I look at the mayor, and I say, "Milady, is it okay if I come in now?"
Please, Walker, please come in.
All right. She has chairs for us, Bruce.
Yes, as a matter of fact, is in the time it took Walker to do all of this, the secretary went off and got a couple of as well as bring some more chairs in, because they were
Okay,
only
very
expecting
good.
2 of you.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Anyways, so they're nice, straight back chairs though. Only the first 2 were nice, made out of wood. These rest of these are kind of like church picnic kind of chairs.
Yeah, Walker's in the back,
Not
not
a
sitting
problem.
down. He's got his arms crossed,
All right.
and he's just doing this. And he looks over at Jason. At
She
one
says,
point.
Walker, come on up to the front. I need to talk to you and Mike. I don't know why you brought your Greek chorus, but
Don't you even start with me. We are the ones who stood with Pete and his crew to defend this town. And you don't even understand half of what you should know about them. And he points over at Jason. He says, "Is my jefe, my boss." But okay, fine. And he walks over and he sits down, but he looks very pointedly at Jason and says, well, he doesn't say anything. It's that he wants to just rage. You can tell he just wants to unleash on her, but he is keeping his mouth shut because you asked him to.
All right. What do you need to know, Madam Mayor?
well, the last discussion we had, you 2 were and whoever you thought you needed to assist you were to go and track down that robot AI matrix. And since then, I've heard a number of reports from people of various of you guys doing a higher wire act along the ridge, and also there was an unusual rumbling sound that could have been a sky fall, but other people noticed that you came back rather dusty. So I just thought it might be a good idea to find out how the the quest had progressed.
All right. This is
Yeah.
what happened. We tracked the AI, which apparently has legs and can walk, to a cave. The people inside the cave, to prevent us from entering, blew up the entrance. That was the rumbling that you heard.
So was this a settlement or some raider group, or what are you talking about?
We're not sure. It was a group of people and robots.
Again, at this point, Walker is looking insanely at Jason, like he's about to explode, but he's trying
That's
really
Mike.
hard.
Jason or Mike? Because Mike's the one who just spoke.
No,
Yes.
Jason,
Okay.
because
Sure.
Walker has identified Jason as the jefe of the crew. So
Okay.
he's looking at Jason, and you can tell he's about to explode, but he's trying not to. But the whole room can tell he's about to explode.
I'm gonna very quickly go up to Walker and just put my hand on his shoulder, like, cool it, brother. I'm not saying anything.
The mayor waves, waves at you, says, Walker, do you have something to add to that very short report?
And again, he looks at Jason.
She asked.
Go ahead, Walker.
You do not stand with the others. You never draw sword or pistol. You just blah, 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 blah. The whole world dumps insane, ridiculous shit on our heads. And I've tried to tell you that that's not normal. And it's
hold a second. Sean, who is Walker speaking to at this point?
the mayor.
Okay, all right. I thought maybe you're talking to Jason. All right.
No. I looked
Go
at
ahead.
Jason, and he
All right,
said
all right.
she asked, and then I
Yep.
looked around at her.
All right,
and
go ahead. I'm hearing you.
All right.
You know how insane all of this is. We have studied the same things. My problem with you, Madam Mayor, is while you do provide day-to-day congenial leadership, you are only concerned with holding on to that leadership.
I will glare at you. I won't
Who
say
does?
anything, but I will glare at you. Chen Wei.
Okay, and I will look back at Chen Wei, and I will pause for a moment if Chen Wei wants to say something.
I am not saying anything.
Okay, then he looks back at her and he says,
Let's keep the personal opinions to a minimum and just tell her what she wants to know. Do you have anything to add to the report?
the robots are not gone.
Okay.
The robots are not gone. That you need to understand, and you need to understand that this isn't about what you can get out of situations. This is about how this planet is going to survive the fact that the robots are not gone. And that he says,
we know about Joe Walker. He's like right out there on top of the hatch. We know that the robots are not gone.
There were others like him in the cave.
Oh, so there's robots on the surface besides Joe, is what you're trying to tell me.
Something like
mountain.
that.
It's
In the mountain. In the mountain. Yeah.
They were in the cave, so I don't know if that counts as surface.
Did you speak to these robots?
We were not able to
And
communicate.
are you trying to tell me that the Warbot AI was taken by these robots or joined with these robots?
I think joined with is a more appropriate answer.
Okay.
By the way, I
So-
don't know if he's watching my camera, but I'm physically role playing without.
All right, I'm
sound.
watching you.
Okay, so you're saying that this, okay, so there's a cave and
Right?
it has robots in it.
There was a
Yes.
cave.
There was a cave. Yes,
There-
there was.
There was a cave. Okay.
It has been
so
blown up.
the cave has been blown up. Did
That
you-
was the rumbling that you heard
Did
last
you-
night.
Oh, well, did you blow the cave up?
They blew the cave up to stop us from getting entrance.
Which I have to say means it is not a guarantee that they are not going to find another way out.
That is true.
Okay. Right.
We were damaged by falling rock and stuff. That's why I've got this big bandage on my back right here. Walker and our friend Ronan was also damaged
Okay.
by falling rock.
All right. So, and how far away from Estes Valley would you say this is? This cave?
Here,
This cave that was.
Walker
45
actually
minutes.
looks at Angela because he knows she has the clearest idea of distances.
Hmm?
Angel, I mean.
I don't have the clearest idea of distances. Question mark.
Aren't you the navigator?
I am not.
It was about
I-
45 minutes over land, down the
Okay.
valley, up a wadi,
Yeah.
follow the wadi through. It was in the hillside.
Bring the map up, I'll show you.
30
You know,
kilometers maybe.
I don't think they got maps here, that stuff.
She does. Again, he's giving her this look that you guys can tell it comes from the fact that he knows that she is the town marshal slash, I have everything person, and he's just lived with it, but there's this thing between them.
Okay.
We can tell.
All right. So, in your, I mean, you clearly saw them.
Yes,
You
did see them.
You didn't have an did you were you spying on them from a distance? I mean, did you have any interaction with these robots?
I was
we-
I was able to see them setting up the explosives to blow the cave.
Okay. Right. So they blew up the cave because they knew you were outside.
Yes.
And you saw them do this, and
Yes.
and now it's all blown up, and they're still inside, right?
One would think so, yes.
Okay, so none of them came outside and went in some direction or another, right?
No,
They-
they did. No, not that I know of.
Okay, all right. Well,
They probably live there. They probably have their own city or society or whatever you call it down there.
Which is
It's not like two people in a hut.
it's probably the same effective society as the one that what's his face likes to tell everybody to take their clothes off and jump down into.
you mean Joe?
Yeah, Joe.
Right. That would be my educated guess that this cave links up to the entrance that Joe was guarding.
Huh. Okay. I always assumed those people were just committing suicide, but okay. That's interesting. Well, okay. Then doesn't sound like anything needs to be done about this then. The AI is not in the hands of raiders or people that are dangerous, religious nuts or anything like that. And if they've been underneath Estes Valley for all this time, it seems like they want to live and let live, and I'm pretty much okay with that. So
Walker,
Okay, very good.
Walker just got up and walked out.
he says,
Okay, I stop him.
thanks everybody for coming, and
So
they're
Can I
she
interject
says,
here?
please collect 100 Estes bucks from the secretary for your good work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question before we go?
You're asking that of
The mayor.
Mayor Baker? She
Yes.
says, yes. Your name is what again?
Jason.
Jason. Yes,
Yeah.
Jason. What do you want to know?
So you're not concerned about an entire community existing under the hillside in the same area that you live in that is populated by humans and robots?
Yeah, Jason.
The artificial intelligence ran to after we destroyed the big attack spider thing.
Yeah, Jason. I don't want you to think I'm making light of this. It's just that I'm not. Perhaps you think I have a lot more resources to deal with this than I actually do. I mean, if these robots decided to wipe us out and they had the armament to do so, I don't see how we could stop them. I mean, we were able to handle one giant attack spider because it fortunately landed on some rebar and wasn't able to move around, and we all ganged up on it. But I mean, in a real combat situation, I don't think that Estes Valley has much of a chance in perdition of surviving that. So I have to assume that if they wanted to do that to us, they would have already done it.
Try to imagine an Arnold Schwarzenegger-sized version of Antonio Banderas screaming Mexican and Cajun profanities all the way through the building while you guys are talking.
Yeah, and he says, and she continues and says, and I'd really appreciate it if you wouldn't mention this to the people of Estes Valley, because they're if there's nothing they can do about it, then it would be wrong to give them a lot of to instigate a lot of fear and consternation.
Fair enough.
I could see your point.
And I would consider it, and I would take a very dim view if the result of such actions would result in some of our valuable trained workers here suddenly deciding to abandon this location. So you can understand why we really don't want that to happen. So
no, not at all.
Maybe 150 Estes bucks would be more appropriate.
Walker is literally
very good.
Okay.
Walker is literally on his way to go find Pete right now.
So much for being part of the party.
I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight. There's I hear there's going to be a big meeting tonight, and you're all welcome to attend, of course.
Well, thank you.
And I hear that there's a number of people from the out in the growers that want to make a few statements and things like that. So it should be an interesting time. And if nothing else, it should be entertaining. And of course, I've heard that you've really taken a shine to our two school teachers as far as helping them out with their work and stuff. And so really we appreciate the fact that you are are beginning to integrate well into our society, and we want to encourage you in that fashion, especially how helpful you were during the unpleasantness last night.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
But you might want to get some sleep because you guys look a little bit worn around the edges.
Sure do. Feel that way too.
And
Walker's outside screaming.
Might not be a bad idea either.
Walker's currently outside screaming at the top of his lungs, "Everyone pack up and get the fuck out of here!"
You guys want this guy on our team?
Yeah, Walker,
Somebody's got to shut him
as
up.
you do that, you may notice that there's some people going and talking to some of the security people, and they're making these dismissive gestures toward him, like, it's okay, he's fine.
Okay, so
I go up to him. I say, we don't want to talk about this because we don't want to instigate panic. Yelling
So
like that.
You're leaving the building, Chen Wei. That's
Oh
correct.
yeah. While we're leaving, I'll tell him this. You
Okay.
you don't want to create panic, so don't yell like that. Okay?
The sky is falling.
okay, so to be clear, you guys were still inside. I left, and I've grown up here. So while Sean's not trying to break the game, I'm playing what truth I understand, which is we just fought this giant spider robot thing, which is a precursor of other horrible robot things that I was told destroyed this world. And this is the one place where we've had any kind of comfort and safety, and it's come under direct attack by these horrific monsters. So I just want to be clear with you all as other players that as far as Walker's concerned, the mayor is a fucking idiot who's doing the whole, don't look at it and it won't happen. And we already saw it happen literally last night from perspective of our gaming experiences. And so he's wanting to save the lives of people that he cares about. I just want to be very clear about my motivations. I'm not trying to fuck the game over. I am literally trying to save lives.
Well, Bruce, has the town been attacked by this kind of thing before, or is this like a unique event?
That sounds like something that you should ask people about, Chen Wei.
Okay, I will in fact ask Walker.
Okay.
So do you run after me and stop me?
I already said before that I was.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Then
very good.
Then thank you. I just need to clarify that. I will stop and I will. And
I
we're
say
now.
stop yelling. Stop yelling. You don't want to cause panic here.
I'm picking up the Estes bucks.
So why are you yelling so much about this?
Because I do actually want to cause panic. The mayor.
Well,
No. You did not grow up here, did you?
okay. So this has never happened before. You're saying?
Not like this. We have had the threat of the robots over our heads, but it's all been legends and stories. But as you know, I've been out there. I've walked around.
You're sounding like a lunatic, though.
Okay. The reason I'm talking about starting a panic is because it's not so much because of the stuff you're saying. It's that I don't want to get us into trouble.
Hold on.
And you're going to get us into trouble if you start a panic.
But I just need to be clear. Jason, you walked up and said that?
No, I said
Chen Wei.
Chen Wei over to the comms.
Okay. You said that to Chen Wei, but I didn't hear it.
Right.
Correct.
Because you did put me on comms, but I don't know if you put me on.
Unless you're still tapped in.
Oh, I stayed tapped in.
There you go. You
Okay.
heard it then.
So then you said you sound like a lunatic.
Yes. That's not the way you spread information.
No.
Standing on the street corner screaming about the sky falling is not the way to do it.
Do you understand what you just said, Hefe? No, I'll shut up. I will. If you want me to shut up, I'll shut up. I'm just going to pack my stuff. And if you open the gate and take me back with you, or just let me go somewhere else, I don't care. But these idiots, and she's pointing back at the mayor's place, and you can't see that, but that's what he's doing. But Chen Wei's standing there. So he's pointing so Chen Wei can see it. Are going to kill the last people of value in the world that I know because they are afraid to stand and understand.
So how? Okay, we'll have this conversation in a moment.
I've been trying for a couple of years now to get them to understand, and they do not listen because they don't want anything to change their pretty little how it
I
goes.
thought you said that the robot attack was unique and hasn't happened before. What's this about understanding for a couple of years?
You're right.
Let's wait
Chen
until we're
Wei.
in the hangar for that, please.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut this conversation short, but we really don't want to look like we're crazy just arguing out here.
I just don't want my friends.
Let's come along then.
All right.
I'm sorry, Walker. I understand. I understand what you're trying to say, but at least let's bring this conversation in private for now. For now.
And over the comms, he says, "Do you still have your parents?"
I do, but I do not talk to them. They do not talk to me.
I can't talk to my parents.
And I'm sorry about that, truly.
Well, then you need to understand, if you travel between the worlds, then you have to learn about the other worlds. If you don't grow up in a particular world, then you have to spend time, which is, I know what you're doing, and I honor and respect that. But right now, these people are going to let this mayor get them killed because they think they have safety when we just saw last night they do not. But I'll shut up now. Hefe asked me to shut up. I shut up.
All right. I think we should pack everything up and get back to headquarters.
Yeah.
I think that Walker's knowledge of other portals would be invaluable for IDET, since he probably knows the portals they don't know about.
I agree with that.
Is that okay with everybody?
I'm fine with going back to IDET because I thought we needed to go back anyway and bring the stuff that we found and get some more trade goods. If you're talking about leaving the world permanently,
no,
it's not really clear that we should be leaving the world permanently yet. There's still a lot of stuff to discover here, even if Walker is saying they're all in danger.
So at the very least,
so we get back to the hangar.
We're at the hangar.
Oh, we're skipping?
Well, we were walking, I assumed.
Okay, because I just
had standing in the square. If you all were still standing in the square, I walked past and went to the.
No, I was walking while I was walking and talking.
Yeah, exactly. We're doing the West Wing walking thing.
And I'd like to have. I've asked to end this conversation for now until we get back to the hangar.
Right,
Shutting up. Okay,
so we arrive back at the hangar, and let's start.
I walk over and I make
hold on a second. Okay. Everyone's okay with basically us reconvening the narrative back at the hangar, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I did have one more thing I did want to say, which is in response to God bless. Sorry, the cool Chen Wei. If we are going to give up on this place,
okay, discuss this at the hangar.
Okay, never mind.
All right.
Okay, so you're back at the hangar and you can start discussing again freely, assuming, because
we picked up Ronan on the way
you're
back.
not being observed.
So what were you going to say?
Go get Ronan.
What were you about to say?
I'm going to make a pot of coffee.
He's sitting there waiting for the coffee because he really wants a cup. If we are going to give up on this place, and I have encountered places that, and he looks up and you can see a tear just pouring out of his eye, Angel, as he looks at you. I have been to places where you had to fucking give up, and it hurts so much. But reality is reality. But this place is right on the verge of maybe no. But it was clearly important enough that you expended efforts and resources to connect with it. And the Skyfall stuff, I mean, we all know that's crazy and deserves examination. And the only safe place on this world that I know of is here. But the problem is it's ruled by people who have tried to do the lemming thing, or no, not lemming. That's not the right word. I'm sorry. The ones who put. Thank you. They put their head in the sand. Thank you.
Oh, that's out of character, by the way.
No. I hope it was in character because, again, he doesn't have all the same references you do. So he thought
the reason I'm saying it's out of character is because Chen Wei doesn't have all the same references that people have either.
Well, just pretend for a second. Well, actually, it was people of your character's era that discovered that. So you could totally say that in character, it would be totally reasonable. But whoever said it, let's just say somebody said it, and he says, yeah, the ostriches, the head in the sand thing. So.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one thing. This place has been around for hundreds of years since their robot war. What do you think the odds are that this just happens to be the exact moment that they're going to be destroyed after hundreds of years? We just got here at the exact moment. I think it's pretty unlikely.
And he looks over at you and he points his finger at you and says, "It's your fault." I have no idea what that was, but
I think
he holds his finger. He holds his finger out and points at you and says, "It's your fault. You did not mean for it to happen, but our very existence, the fringe walkers, we trigger things.
Yeah.
I've seen this happen, and while I still want to walk those worlds, I know it is a selfish choice because other things react to when we show up. So we have to accept the responsibility."
I'm pretty sure the giant spider robot was not waiting for us to show up and decided to attack because we showed up.
Yeah,
You're wrong.
We don't belong here. We changed whatever was supposed to originally happen. Most likely.
Angel's right.
That's
Chen
if you're assuming that everything is predetermined, and that's ridiculous.
I don't mean predetermined.
Angel completely
And
believes
That's what you just said.
predetermined.
You said we changed things. How can we change things?
He sits up and looks at you, Jason. You can feel me, yeah?
Huh?
One of you can feel me. Someone in this group could feel me.
No.
Someone did.
Feel you? Well, what do you mean, Walker?
If you are connected to the fringes, you can feel others who are connected to the fringes.
We can use crystals to do that.
Yes.
We don't just go around and point and say that person is a fringe person.
Right.
He looks around and says, "Do you see a crystal on me?"
No, I checked you with a crystal.
And that's my point. Either with or without crystals, there is a
It's kind of like
connection.
saying that the position of the sun in the constellations above and the stars has any kind of effect on the nature of your birth.
No. But it does have an effect on where I can go at any given moment, same as you. And there are energies that are at work. I found the rainbow. And I walked into the rainbow, which you all know what I'm talking about. It's this,
Yes, we know what the portal is.
It's a thing. It's not. Let's say it's not magic.
It is, in fact.
It's not metaphysical.
It is.
It doesn't cause things to happen. You don't walk through the fringe paths and that causes a giant robot to attack.
You're wrong. And I'm sorry, I don't want to be antagonistic, but I am telling you that there are forces in...
So, the first world we went to, we arrived during the middle of an alien attack. Did we cause that alien attack?
No. But
so then that it doesn't, the absence of fact doesn't prove it.
F.A., I hear you, and I do have the intellectual capacity to understand what you're saying, and I can understand why you are fighting me on this. But what I'm telling you is all of this stuff was created before you, me, or anyone else here was born. Thousands or possibly even millions of years before. And it was created by people who their thought processes go way above us. We are gifted with the truth of we can see and feel and interact with these truths, and we have been granted a certain amount of ability to step across lines most people cannot.
So how does that mean that we triggered the robot? Because we obviously didn't trigger the robot, and Tamellarans a million years ago, or however many years ago it was, did not put a robot there and say when somebody walks through, the robot attacks.
Sorry, I just had visions of old TSR modules.
He starts crying. Tears are running down his eyes.
Okay.
And he looks up at Chinwei and he says, "You see me.
Yeah.
You saw me.
No.
You understood."
No, we didn't.
If I could play devil's advocate for a moment, there's still a lot, and I mean a lot, that we don't yet understand about the Fringe Pass.
Well,
agreed.
Gates, the different universes. It's possible you're both right and you're both wrong. But that's a matter for people a lot smarter than us.
Which I will
So the
not argue.
Tamellarans are gods, is what you're saying?
No, but they just happen to have access to things we do not.
They were much more technologically advanced than we are.
You guys talk about the what's his face that you talked to, yeah? When you first went through the gate, yeah?
Well, we read about it.
Yeah, we read about it, sure.
Part
of training.
Exactly. Then you have to accept that there is shite with Dunano. And
I accept that, but I didn't feel your presence when you walked up. It's not like I felt a disturbance in the force.
Well, it's because you did not have what I've got going on. And that's okay. But what I'm trying to tell you is I do have things going on you don't know. And there's things you know that I don't know.
Walker, did you know we could use the gates when you saw us?
I was pretty sure.
The fact that we stand out like sore thumbs, but
yeah, you could probably guess.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
no. Do I have a sense? No, but I was pretty sure because, as you say, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. If you can think it, and it's beyond what other people around you can think, then don't you think it's possible that others can think things that those around you cannot?
There's a difference between maybe people can think things and this whole conspiracy theory about us setting things off, which makes absolutely no sense.
And this is what I am trying to tell you. I am not insisting I am correct, but I genuinely do believe our collective presence set off a system that is responding to us, and it did not respond to me because I alone was not enough of a presence.
So,
and when she says that, he stands up and points at her. Please, more. Please, Angel, because they're not listening to me.
Yeah. Ronan suddenly says, "Shoe event horizon," and falls back asleep.
You say shoe?
Shoe event horizon.
Yeah, it's out of game. It's a Hitchhiker's Guide reference. So
I missed that one.
Yeah,
don't-
Sean
As did
loves Douglas Adams, and I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
It is.
Let him have.
I
his
remember the whole.
references.
I have the whole fishbowl whale reference, but I don't know that one.
It's the one with it's the one with the giant statue of Arthur Dent. With
Is
the
that the
birds,
third or
with
fourth
the,
book?
yeah, with the birds nesting.
Oh, you are
Oh.
so way past his best.
Wow. That
I
is.
mean, you can Google it. I mean,
I know,
yeah.
but
it's a nerd thing, so you'll find constant references on the internet to it.
But you're into the part where he was like, he didn't want to write it anymore, and they kept pushing him to write it. So it's not.
Hey, look, if you care, just Google it. But otherwise, it's just Ronan muttering
Babbling.
crazy stuff.
So
Yeah,
Ronan just woke up and said, "Shoe Event Horizon," which none of us know what the fuck that
and
is.
then falls
Right.
back, and then falls back unconscious.
Believe it or not, Chen Wei knew what it meant because
No,
he read the
out of
book.
game.
Huh.
Out of game. That
You
was
can
out of
read the
game.
book.
So, yeah, I
We gotta
probably
break
wouldn't
you of
have.
that. We got to break you of that out of game stuff.
Yeah, because the thing is, you could totally say that Douglas Adams was alive earlier and wrote
No,
that stuff.
I am not going to say that. It's references to stuff that's been written. I make to like things that were actually written then, like the Cavorite.
So Ronan jumps up and does that. We're all in this situation, and Walker looks after he points at Angel and says, "Say more," and she's hesitating. But then that happens, and he looks at you and says, "It do not matter what you believe, but what you know is we all have to go back and talk to people smarter than us and figure this out."
Okay,
Right, but
and that's
when
what
you
we're
say
gonna
that the
do.
mayor is putting her head in the sand like an ostrich, like you're saying that like the mayor has got to understand all this weird fringe stuff that even we think is sort of loopy.
Oh, by the way, Jason, you can tell Walker's starting to get really pissed with Chen.
You know.
Oh, we all
He
get
could-
mad at him.
You can tell he's getting no. I does the body language, which I know
Yeah.
Jason can read because he's also fellow military, so he knows I'm about to jump on him and just beat him unconscious.
Oh shit! You don't want to do that. Out
but-
of game, you don't want to do that.
I know I don't.
I hate
but
to say this, but I'm the guy that's going to go get the
Do it.
popcorn.
yeah. So I'm going to tell you, Walker is about to jump on Chenwei and try to beat him unconscious because he's so angry at this guy. And
Okay.
by the way, Ken,
Okay,
This-
will I be
this
able
is
to
not-
notice it?
please hear me. This is not personal. You, I respect as a human being, not at all an out of character issue. It's just your character is triggering every nerve in mine right now. And I just want you to be clear that it is not against you. And
All
if
right.
Bruce wants to say something in the universe happens and Walker falls unconscious because he doesn't want to deal with that conflict, then I will accept it wholeheartedly. But yeah, you're doing a really good job of pissing
Okay,
him off.
if you actually are going to hit me, say it because I have first strike.
And I hear you, and that's cool. That's actually really cool. So he's up, and that's why I said what I said. I am triggering the scene,
Titular
Which-
shoe of it.
Can I interrupt?
which he.
here?
Hmm.
In this clear what's about to happen. Angel's gonna run up and grab just gently grab Walker's arm and try pulling him away. Like, come on, let's go take a walk. Come on. Walk
I
away.
say to you,
Just
thank
walk
you.
away, please.
Why would he
I
not
will-
listen to me? I did. He did not grow up here. I did. And he's pointing back at Chen and going, "You think you're so fucking smart."
Walker.
By the way, if you hear a slightly Irish thing, again, remember, it's a really weird accent.
Yeah, Walker. Trust me.
Or that accent.
Yeah, it's a weird accent that's been informed by being around people who are kind of Spanish or Latino for most of his life.
But it's also Cajun, which Cajun, and I actually studied this before I played the game. Cajun has French, Spanish, and Irish and Celtic wrapped in it. So I've been kind of playing with that.
Right. Right. But Sean, what I'm saying is that people do have a tendency to pick up the local accent. So I'm saying is that even though you have your base, mother accent, it doesn't mean that it's not informed by all the people around you who speak in, a tendency to speak in something that's akin to a Mexican Creole.
Yeah.
Mexican
I just want to explain why I keep slipping a little bit. I'm not doing it for I'm doing it because it's actually part of the role play. So anyway, she grabs his arm. He points at him. He says, "I don't know why he won't fucking listen to me."
Yep.
And then you, Angel, take me outside.
Yep, trust me, he doesn't listen. He hardly listens to us. He's very conspiratorial.
Okay. Hold on a second. Just getting soda.
All right.
All right.
So she pulls him outside, and I want everybody else to role play. But at the moment that she pulls him outside, he just sits down on whatever he can, and he's clearly broken. He's clearly emotionally broken.
Do you want a hug? I'll give you a hug. You look
He
like
doesn't.
you need one.
He doesn't resist. He doesn't necessarily respond, but he doesn't push you away either.
I'm just
You
gonna
know
give him
what?
a hug.
We need pie.
Yeah, Angel's just gonna give
Alright.
Walker a hug. He needs one.
I'm gonna break out my Hostess fruit
Okay,
pies.
who's
Hand them
still
out
in
to
the room,
everybody.
by the way?
All right. Mike is.
Everybody else.
And very quietly, he's still saying, "He did not grow up here. I did, and I lost my parents here, and I have been to other places." And he doesn't want.
Okay, I say to the party, or what remains of the party was inside, I say, I think we're all going to have to figure out how to handle this Walker guy, because I think he's trouble.
Years of traveling the fringe paths by himself has clearly broken his mind.
I understand he's seen a lot of bad things, but trouble is trouble.
I mean, who hasn't seen a lot of bad things? We've seen rotting fields of bodies. We've seen plant creatures taking over an entire planet and wiping out the entire human race. We've seen a lot of things. I mean, it's just, I don't know.
I get it. I mean, he's
never been trained to deal with what he's seeing, though.
That's true. I think if he went back and got some counseling, he might be he might be okay.
I don't know if there's enough counseling to cover that.
Well, I don't know.
But, those head shrinkers.
Are you able to force people into counseling? Because I thought that doesn't really
called
work.
Committing.
Yeah.
It's called being committed. And no, it doesn't really work.
All right, anyway, let's get loaded up and get ready for the trip back.
I think here's my point. They have existed here for a couple hundred years. Nothing's happened. They've lived their lives. They've dealt with their challenges. I don't think that they obviously didn't want to be discovered. So they, rather than having a few people to find them, they collapsed the tunnel. I don't think they're going to try. Oh, I love the hairdo. I don't think they're gonna just kill off everybody here. I don't see the benefit for them to do that.
No,
These are obviously humans and robots living together. So
I would tend to agree with you.
Real quick, Sean, when you get a second, look at the private message, please.
There's also no way in hell we're going to be able to defend this little town by ourselves.
Yeah, if it's really as bad as Walker is saying, then we got to go. That's it.
Our mission is what's most important, which is get back to IDET with the information that we have. Because they lose us, then what's going to happen to the next team that has to come here?
True.
No, as I was saying, we're gonna go back to IDA anyway, because for trade goods and bring their stuff back, and now we got Walker to bring Walker to them.
Yes,
It's just a
agreed.
question of is this permanently leaving or are we coming back?
We have to
And-
bring the supplies back, so we're definitely
Right.
Well, remember, we never permanently leave anywhere. So, well, except for the plant world.
agreed.
I have no desire to go back there.
From what I've read, from reading that report, I would agree with you.
I don't want to be a children of the corn.
Kaitlin, I'm not sure. I don't navigate Skype.
Chat.
Personal message.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
not the Fringeworthy group.
Look for Caitlin's name on your over
You
on
got the
left
hamburger over in
side.
the corner. Next
And
to
Yeah,
on the
you
left
may have to
side.
expand it. Yeah, it is a
That's
hamburger.
what we call that. It's three
Oh.
slices. It's a hamburger.
I thought you were talking about my profile picture. That's not a hamburger.
No. That's an IT phrase.
No, it's a hamburger. I know, and yes, I have read what you said, and no, I am not good.
Oh, that was earlier. I sent another one.
I saw the one after,
Okay.
but I mean, I'm not okay.
I sent that when you were laughing at something. That's why. Sorry.
I'm not okay.
I'm sorry.
But I'm trying really hard to respect everyone else's role play. So I'm trying really hard to mix in, which is why I'm just being quiet right now. But I'm not okay.
Sean, are you saying Sean isn't okay or Walker's not okay?
Unfortunately, I do deal with bleed because all of my characters are big damn heroes because that's my power fantasy.
I can understand that.
I want to be a big damn hero who fights evil and says, you're wrong, you don't get to hurt other people. And I'm not okay right now.
All right.
I'm not sure if I should stay in this game.
No, please.
Because some of you are very pragmatic and very and there's no bad role play. There's no bad fun. It's just sometimes things don't interact well. And I am suffering so much right now. I literally
Yikes.
spent the last few days trying to save 3 people from killing themselves
Yikes.
because they're queer or trans and they don't think there's any hope left. And I'm giving up my family's legacy. I've done it. It's done. I can't take it back. I've sold it. It's done. So my brother and I crying on each other's shoulders as we realized the last of what we were responsible to hold on to, we gave away. So I'm dealing with a couple of things. And all I want is to be the big damn hero. And I know that's selfish. I know that's selfish because others who role play want to do bigger, more involved things. But Bruce was kind enough to give me the breadth and depth to make a big damn hero from this world, which the rest of you aren't from. And we thought it was going to work, but I'm starting to become very afraid it doesn't, because I'm not sure I have the emotional strength. And that's, again, not on anyone else.
Sean,
being-
I don't think that you're in a good place to evaluate that, considering what's happened to you over the past weekend.
Yeah.
So, I don't think there's a need for you to make any decisions at this time about that. And most people who play this game with me, they're just trying to, live their lives and have a good time, once a week. So,
Sure.
it's, I'd say, go a little easier on yourself while you're with us.
Yeah.
But I feel like I am stepping on Ken's genuine and honest role play, which comes from a far greater experience with this campaign than I have. But I literally was like, yeah, my character wants to get up and go punch him in the face, which we both know he'd kick my ass because he's an awesome martial artist and it's fine. I don't care. Wouldn't care about what the mechanical, but the emotional context of it was starting to really dig under my heart, because to me, the mayor of this town is entirely too much like other human beings who have gained power, and I don't think they should have, but they did. And I have to deal with that, and I want to oppose them because I have friends' children who want to kill themselves because they are so afraid and done with being surrounded by fascists and haters. And I just want to fight fascists and haters. Honest to God, that's the base. Nothing else actually matters. But that's why when she reached out to me and said, "Are you okay?" and I finally was like, "Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not okay. I'm trying to save people's lives. And I can't, but I want to."
So what do you want to happen now, Sean? I mean, we have another hour of this play session. What do you want your participation to be in it?
Ken, are we okay?
Yes, we're okay.
That's not enough. You sound like you're very hesitant about that.
Well, I sound like I'm very hesitant because, I mean, if as you're saying, you got real life leading into this, I really don't want to just, say, "Oh, okay, it's nothing. We're just playing. It's just a game." So,
Is it okay with you that I'm playing someone who wants to be the hero?
it's okay, but I think saying that it's somebody who wants to be the hero is not like, let's say it's not a complete description of how you're playing it.
Bring it.
I think your character is being a little, let's say, it gets ideas and doesn't let go of them. I really don't want to go into details on this, because if you're having real life issues, I'm not going to try to talk about role playing in a way that's going to interfere with your real life issues. And I don't want to do that.
And the thing is, Ken, that role playing actually is an extension of truth. That's one thing I've actually done extensive panels on. Bruce has actually attended and been on a couple of them with me. It is an expression of our truths, and it is incredibly important to me because I know I can be incredibly selfish as a player because I'm so desperately wanting to fix the world and I can't. So my power fantasy is try to fix the fantasy worlds I'm in. But my experience is not the only one that's important. So I'm actually incredibly grateful to you right now for saying that truth. And so, Bruce, you asked the question. I just want us all to be out of character, comfortable, and then I always believe that maybe sometimes there are moments where we have to take a break and go, are you okay? Because we put so much of ourselves into these characters. We do. It might just be casual fun, but it doesn't matter. Role play is that deep. And so sometimes there's this bleed, and I am grateful to you, Ken. I am very grateful to you for speaking my truth. So what do I want right now, Bruce? If you're comfortable, I'm going to sit outside as a character. I'm going to have a little bit of tears. Angel is going to look after me, and then everybody else's truth is going to be their truth. And I heard you, Ken, and you're right. Walker needs to come around. All I ask is that the rest of you help me role play to that point so that it's an honest story, but I will work with you on that. Like I said, having 3 people try to commit suicide on the same weekend, and they're all reaching out to me, it was a little much. And maybe I should have called off. But that's the core basis. And thank you for letting me express that truth. Thank you for including me. Onward.
All right. Okay. So
I want to interject something real quick.
Go ahead, Jason.
So my dad died a couple weeks ago, and
sorry to hear that. Oh.
It happens.
Shit. I'm so sorry.
So I use gaming as an escape from reality.
Mm-hmm.
And I ignore everything else around me, and I can immerse myself in this fantasy world and do cool things and help other people do cool things. But it's just a matter of how you want to. I mean, yeah, everybody puts a little bit of something into something, but making that definition between real life and play life. This is play life for me, and I come here to not worry about shit like that. Sometimes we have little political conversations. Sometimes we have stupid movie conversations. Sometimes we talk about trivia. I would say we equally spend as much time gaming as we do bullshitting. You are just a new ingredient that everybody's trying to get used to. That happens with any social organization. Everybody gets the feel for who everybody else is. You just got to be willing to be accepting of that. And I think we're all trying to do that. And I think you are taking it too personally right now. That's my only observation. It's like, you're not offending us in reality. You are very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Overt.
Pronounced. You're trying to insert yourself into the situation and establish who you are, and we're trying to accept that. Because we all do it slightly different. I am very pragmatic, but I do have a bit of whimsy. I mean, I'm not going to say I don't, but my character is very pragmatic. So when he says, well, I wouldn't need to think about that, he actually does need to think about that. He needs to discuss things. I mean, that's the way he does things. But, it's just a matter of, okay, we've accepted you into our group because we would like someone to help make the magic real. Does that make sense?
Yes. And one of the
so
reasons
I understand you've got a lot of stuff going on, and that makes a difference. But, we're not here to judge you on that. We're here to create this fantasy land. So maybe kind of take it for what it is, and that is we're gaming. and that's
Well, okay, Hefe.
we're gonna do things that Ronan's character will piss us all off, but we don't kill Ronan. God, we've wanted to. We
have
wanted to
multiple
push him out
times.
into
Well,
space. We wanted to do lots of things to Ronan over time. Chenway's done things that has gotten us into trouble.
I still may punch Chenway before the night is over, but
if it's in character, great. But if it's personal,
no, it's
it's
not.
not where it belongs. So
Even if it's not personal in the sense of you dislike me, but it's personal in the sense of you're expressing your personal real life feelings through it still.
Ken, you are actually awesome, and I appreciate you, and I'm grateful that you've been much more engaged in a role play mode from the previous games. And I actually love the fact that you're pissing my character off, because you should be. You're trying to be the rational person this team is supposed to have. And well, Hefe and Jason is trying to be the diplomat. You're not the diplomat. You're just straight up, the fuck is wrong with you? Crazy.
Actually, Chenway was at the point of telling the party, I can't deal with this myself. We all have to figure out how to handle this guy. I pretty much said that already.
And that's where we are. And I'm good with that. I'm totally good with that. And I want to continue role-playing from that point. And if I have to make a new character, then I have to make a new character. I'm okay with that.
Or you can adapt your character play to be more in tune with the goals of the group and
which
how
I really want to do. Which I think this conflict with Chenway is going to help us get there. But I really genuinely think Angel is going to be the conduit for that.
Angel's the touchy-feely one. Chenway's the punchy-one.
That's why I took him out. That's why I took you out of it, to get you to cool off.
This reminds me of a story my dad told. He was in Morocco. He's in a bar, and a buddy came up to him and said, Maude, Ski, I just got to hit somebody. I'm so frustrated. And Dad said, okay. And he slugged my dad in the mouth. Thanks, I really needed that. Okay. Let me buy you a drink.
No, that's bullshit. You find a random fucker who needs to be punched. You don't hit your friend.
My buddy Carl used to go to the cowboy bar and walk down the bar going, you want to fight? You want to fight? Until somebody would.
Okay, so anyway, Bruce, you have been one of the best game masters your players could ask for. The rest of them don't deserve what I put into this, but they have honored me with their care and their and you've just let us have this conversation. I'm outside crying and upset and angry, and I want to go hit the mayor in the mouth, and that's where we should pick it up.
Well, I think you should pick it up where you're outside, dealing with your emotions, and Angel's trying to help you, and everybody else should be deciding what you guys are actually going to do in the rest of the day, and and then we should act on that.
Okay, very good.
If you guys want to pack up and head for the portal, nothing's stopping you, except you are expected to pay for your usage of the power.
We got 150 Estes bucks.
Yeah, well.
Well.
I'm just saying that and picking up Ronan are the only two really.
Pick up Ronan, get our monitors that we've already paid for, and figure out what the hell we're going to do next. Well, okay, so do we want to go to this meeting tonight, or are we going to head out?
But what exactly do we know about this meeting?
Nothing.
I mean, do we know that it's not like let's blame all these outsiders who suddenly came in.
Who knows? Yes. We have the whole town here. Let's jump them, boys.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about at the meeting with the mayor. I was surprised when the mayor gave us a bribe to shut up instead of putting us in prison.
I wasn't. She doesn't want us to cause a panic with the people that live here. They have their
right. Yeah, if we were put in prison, we wouldn't cause a panic. So
that's true.
And if we were, I'd just turn into the Hulk, and that would be that.
We wouldn't like you when you're angry.
Pretty much.
You need a Snickers for that.
Yeah.
Here, have a Snickers. You're being a bitch.
I
Sorry.
never did get a chance to search for entrances, to the
That
underground,
was
but we
one.
sort of ran into that. Except it's not an entrance we want to use because they just blew it up.
Well, we don't have
Well,
an excavator.
it was
so.
the blowing up was a result of everybody's actions, okay, including
Yes.
their own. So I'm just saying that was just an organic result. So
No, I did say we just blew it up.
you did find a
back door.
an entrance, a door that you were looking for.
But
So
they really were going to blow it up anyway.
Yeah. Well, we were out there looking, so they've obviously been hiding
Now
for a long
there's
time.
a question from the additional stuff. Do we know, like they have robots and such? Do we still want to go there and explore it?
Now that we know more about what's going on here, we can, when we come back, we can have the equipment needed to explore that area. Now that we know what we want to do.
Of course, we will be breaking into the home of somebody who just decided that they're going to use explosives to keep us from breaking into their home. So we will probably not be on very good terms with them if we go in.
Yep, that's probably true.
And we haven't found any other Fringeworthy here.
Well,
not so far.
Fringeworthy are not easy to find.
No, especially with such a small population. So, well, we're supposed to travel by night. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's get some sleep and we'll leave at dusk.
So are we going to go to this meeting? If we're going to be in town at that time.
I know, but we
still have things to get. We still need to get a couple more of those monitors, which aren't going to be ready until
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
All right.
I'd say leave tomorrow night.
Sounds like a plan.
Walker, you're outside. Why are you doing this?
Because I'm trying to get y'all's attention. Because I don't.
You can
speak. But I don't want to step on role play. I'm just asking for a turn. That's all.
Oh.
Because I'm not.
Just do it. Just talk.
No, I am trying to get y'all's attention so that you can find a natural break in the scene, and then I want to reply. But y'all weren't seeing my hands, so
I saw your hands. I was trying to finish what I was trying to say.
Which is exactly what I wanted you to do. All I'm saying is I was trying to find a point where then I get to outside, change scene, and go, this is what I'm doing.
Okay, well, thanks, Sean. So once you guys have, if you decide to stay until the next evening, then you can go and check up on Walker, and he can interact with you.
So that's my point. Is I was going to act in a way that may or may not interfere with that, which is why I was throwing my hands up.
We would come to a decision before you came in and told us this, or we went out and talked to you.
Okay, because I'm not going in back in.
Okay,
so then,
well, let them come. Sean, let them come to a decision as to what they're going to do, and then let's pick up from there.
Okay, thank you. That's part of the guidance I wanted. Thank you. Okay,
yeah,
good. Thank you.
Okay, so where were we? So I think we should go to the meeting
tomorrow night, or are you leaving now, or are you leaving tonight?
Okay, so what I think, and you guys can let me know what you think, is that we should get what the monitors we need so we can wire it into the system so we can drive at night. And we will leave tomorrow night. We'll go to this meeting tonight and see what they have to say, but our plan is to leave tomorrow once we have our ducks in a row.
Okay.
Yeah, I would agree. We got to get the monitors first.
Because we need to be able to drive at night. So
Walker reached up and put his hand on Angel's hand.
Okay.
I don't know if this is going to work the way I want it to, but I have to go and talk to some people. So then he stands up and he's about to walk away when the rest of the group comes outside.
Okay.
All right. I did want to mention to you guys, since it's been a week, that the mayor did mention the fact that especially that she was planning on making public acknowledgement of people's contribution during the emergency. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
she did ask for your group to be there for the meeting tonight for at least that part of it.
Yeah, I forgot
Okay.
that part.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay,
I did.
cool. So I'm about to leave. They all walk outside, and I turn around and I look at them, and I look specifically in Jason's eyes.
Okay, go ahead.
No, that he just, it's hard stare.
All right.
Want to say something, but I'm letting you go first, or whoever else wants to.
Well, our plan is we're going to go to the meeting tonight. We're going to get our crap together tomorrow, and we'll head out tomorrow night. But we do need some sleep.
Am I going with you?
Yes.
You may.
And then he looks at Shinwei. Yeah?
Yes.
Then he walks over and he offers his hand to you in that crazy male, Uber, whatever way. He puts it out there in that strong, I am offering my honor to you.
I will shake it. Or,
And, then,
do whatever.
And then you're going to have to resist because he's going to pull you into a hug.
Oh, wow.
Snuggy moochy budgies.
No. Totally, John Wick man hug. And
Yeah, which I say, ooh, snuggy moochy budgies.
he's going to pull you in and he's going to say quietly, I hear you. I know why you said what you said. You did not grow up here, so you do not know what I know, but that does not mean you're wrong. And the rest of you can hear this, right? Because it's probably coming across the communications. Because
You're standing right next to you.
Together.
Huh?
You're all outside together at this point.
Well,
Yeah,
my
you
point
can
is,
probably hear
while
middle way.
he's saying it physically quietly, we're all still on comms,
Right.
which
Yeah,
is the
broadcast.
kind of the joke I'm making, that he
Okay.
thinks he's being private and quiet, but everybody else who is on comms is going to hear this. It's
Right.
just like that. It's that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 moment where he's like saying all this important shit to her, and the rest of the team's like, we're all in the same comms, right? So that's the joke I'm actually trying to make here. But he says very honestly and very sincerely, keep me honest, mi hermano.
All right.
And then he turns around, he's like, okay. And he looks at Jason, he says, I cannot promise you I'm going to completely keep my mouth shut because that bitch just pisses me off. But I'm going to try to. And I do promise you, when we are not here, I will keep my mouth shut because I know that I'm not from there. But thank you.
Well,
Gracias to all of you.
if you're going to join our group, don't piss off the mayor.
You just don't understand how much of a devious, selfish bitch she is.
I care not a whit how much of a devious, selfish bitch she is.
Okay, but
I care about this team and getting us out of here in one piece.
you do like the teachers, though, yeah?
Oh, the teachers are great. They're wonderful people. Most of the people we've met here are decent.
I'm going to tell.
I'm even going to say that the mayor has been decent to us. Yes, she may have Machiavellian intentions, but that is not my problem.
I'm going to tell the teachers and Pete they should get the hell out of here, but I will keep it quiet.
They won't go.
Pete won't. You're correct, but I'm going to tell
The
him.
teachers won't leave either. First of all, they'd be destroyed out on their own. Second of all, this is where they grew up. This is what they know. This is what the tribal reaction is to stuff. especially outsiders and other things. I've spent years dealing with tribes.
And he looks at you, and it looks like he wants to fight you over it. And then there's somebody's like, shit. You're
10
right.
years in PsyOps, I know what I'm talking about.
So they're going to die here or they'll die elsewhere, but at least they'll die where they know.
Are comfortable, exactly. Because ask any old grandma that you try to pull out of her house and stick in a nursing home, she'd rather die at home. Even though she could get care and whatever else and live a little bit longer somewhere else.
And then he starts to cry again, just a little bit. Which again, you're like, what is the hell wrong with this giant combat monster who's crying, but he's very emotional. And
I'm gonna prescribe Wellbutrin.
Well, I mean, he's not been on any good drugs, so let's get some good drugs. But he looks at you and he's like, tear down his eye, and he's like, "That's the truth, isn't it? That's the
I have
hard."
had no reason to lie to you.
No, I mean, that's the truth you have lived.
Yes.
Damn it. All right, let's go.
Not the truth that I've lived, it's the truth that everyone lives. They will not leave.
I'm trying to fight it, and I'm failing.
And the other thing is that you have somewhere to go. They do not. Everything's 100 days away. How are two little teachers going to survive 100 days of travel out there?
And you're saying we can't take them back to your place?
No.
Shit.
They can't go.
You can't make Fringeworthy.
1 in 100,000 people can do this. We were picked up from all over the world that could do this.
Shit. Okay, Hefe. Lay done. And he stands up.
I mean, I will be more than happy to go and check and see if they're Fringeworthy, but
You'd already know, I'm sure of that.
not necessarily. I never actually checked.
Many of us.
Well, if they are,
I thought we did check.
If they are,
I'm
it's
pretty
a
sure
miracle.
you guys did check.
We checked a
Okay.
few people as we walked around, but
Right.
But we don't
Okay,
have to
then,
exclusively check the teachers.
I didn't specifically say the teachers. I didn't even.
so
And
please
that's
do me
my
the
bad.
favor. Check the teachers, and if it turns out they're not, and it has to be both of them because they are a couple, and one will not leave the other. But if they're not, then you're going to have to let me have a private conversation so they can at least prepare for the truth. Because, and he looks over at Chen, and he's like, that shit did get triggered by us. Sorry, we can agree to disagree, but I'm certain that shit woke up because of us. And they at least need to have the chance to go find someplace else to try to survive.
I say, what happens? Suppose you're wrong. Suppose it didn't happen because of us. Suppose there's no catastrophe, and you just told them they're going to die. Is that right? Is that a mistake you really want to make?
He looks at you and says, you have not seen all the things. Well, I don't know what you fucking seen, but I'm telling you, consequences tend to happen because of circumstances. We can talk about it, but if we do not determine that they are Fringeworthy, then I'm going to tell them that the shit we encountered is a danger, and they might want to think about relocating because y'all don't. There are other places in this world where they could potentially be safe.
Walker, we did promise the mayor that we wouldn't spread the word. We wouldn't tell anyone about this.
We promised. I don't think he did.
He was a part of the team when we promised.
Fair
Ergo,
enough.
he promised too.
He's looking over at Angel and grinning his ass
Oh,
off.
jeez. Well,
Promise by association.
okay, fair enough.
We all know I'm the man in black.
And if I can't trust you to keep your word that you're not going to act in the interests of the team, then
Fa, are you telling me at this moment not to talk to them about what I think is the truth?
You know, I have no control over what you say or do.
Bullshit. If you're going to accept me in the team, like you just discussed.
I still have no control over what you say and do. It is my desire that you do not do this.
Then it's an order.
Whether you choose to no. I'm in no position to order you to do something.
Where I come from, it's an order.
We're not a military
We're
organization.
not a military organization.
But you just said, if you cannot trust me,
That's me.
then it's an order.
If you want to
you
take
interpret things how you want to. All I'm saying is I would rather you didn't, because I said that I wouldn't spread it around. And if you
Then-
spread it around,
May I at least hint to them that things might not be safe
I
around
think
here.
they know might not be safe here. It's obvious that it might not be safe here.
Okay.
They may not leave regardless.
That's
No,
Because,
no, no.
because
true.
because of the children.
Because I have chosen to commit myself to you. You have to understand that to me, that means a debt of honor.
You owe me no debt. I'm just telling you that this is what I'd prefer. And if you choose to do otherwise, so be it.
Can't be part of the team if I defy you.
I'm just saying that we as a group have decided that we weren't going to spread this around. So
All right. Fuck. Poor Pete. But that's it. He looks completely compelled.
again,
Right.
that's entirely up to him. It's just like Ronan pulling grenades. It's like,
Oh,
Ronan, we're going to
jeez.
take away your grenades. Or not Ronan,
Not again. The character Sean.
but character Sean. Yeah. No more grenades for you.
So, yeah, Walker looks dejected, but he also looks completely confirmed because he wants to get the hell off this planet. And he knows that y'all are the reason, and he's already accepted you as his jefe. And I don't know, Jason, if you know how powerful that word actually is. I'm
I
pretty
know the
sure.
word.
Well,
But
and
that is everyone. I mean, once again, that's how you decide to do it. I am not compelling anyone to do what I want them to do.
No. I have my own agency, but I've chosen to follow you.
Okay.
And your character would know that this giant monster has decided, yeah, all right, you're in charge.
As you wish.
Aw.
I get that reference, brother. So,
Yay! Sorry.
so
Your
yeah,
room. Anyhow, okay.
you know I know him.
I'm gonna
Well,
go to bed.
I should say I knew him.
Sounds like a
right?
plan.
I knew Andre the Giant. That's an out of
A
character.
little bit before my time.
Oh, wow.
I had the honor of having him gently put my hand in his gargantuan hand. My father introduced me to him because my dad was friends with most of the professional wrestlers because they all used Eastern Airlines back in the day. So my dad and a couple other guys were all friends with them because one of his coworkers was Mr. Wrestling #2, which, if you can remember back to the old WCW, Ted Turner channel, whatever.
Georgia Championship Wrestling.
Boom! You know exactly what I'm talking about. And Mr. Wrestling
that
#2, Mr. Wrestling #2 was.
I didn't watch it.
Well, but his name was Buckaloo, and so he was the Mr. Wrestling #2 for Atlanta and North Carolina and Florida and Alabama. And he also worked for Eastern Airlines. So they all flew Eastern because he and my father would all get them first class upgrades, which Andre the Giant needed because he couldn't fit in normal airplane seats. So he just flew Eastern because he knew that if he went through Atlanta, which, by the way, if you die, whether you're going to heaven or hell, you're going to stop in Atlanta and get a cup of coffee. So I got to meet all of these people: Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, which, by the way, complete piece of shit. But anyway, yeah, I knew them, and Andre was every bit as gentle a giant as they like to say.
So is your character Andre the Giant sized or Arnold Schwarzenegger sized?
Schwarzenegger, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's 6'6", I think.
He's tall.
No, actually, he's only 6'2". So never mind. Yeah, he's 6'2".
Annika size.
Huh?
Annika was brawny.
He's more Sly Stallone size.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm Sylvester. Yeah, thank you. Exactly. Sylvester Stallone size.
I was gonna say, isn't your strength an 8?
10 actually.
10. That's pretty big.
Yeah, and I took brawny, so.
Oh
yeah.
wow, yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, so you're Schwarzenegger.
So I actually can physically pick up a Volkswagen and throw it at someone. But yeah, so. But Andre,
okay.
My God,
yeah, he was a big guy.
Just huge, and generally the sweetest person. He called me boss, for crying out loud.
I remember seeing a picture from when they filmed Conan the Barbarian, and they had Wilt Chamberlain, super tall, and then Arnold was down here, and then Andre was here. It was like, oh my God, he's big.
I heard a story. They're filming Princess Bride, and Andre cuts the cheese long, about 15 seconds.
Oh my God, yes.
And then Rob Reiner said, "You okay?" "I am now, boss."
All right. So we get some rack time.
Yep. So Walker goes back to his place to start packing all of his stuff up. The one thing that I haven't arranged with you yet, Bruce, and I kept trying to, is he does go to Pete. And while he does not violate what Jason told him, he does tell him, "My friend, I cannot tell you any more other than be ready, because what we just fought is just the beginning. That's all I can say. But please make sure your people are ready. Having said that, I want to trade some things with you because I want one of your haulers." And that's the thing. I've been trying to arrange that for a while. One of the grav hauler things.
Yeah.
That's all I want. I'm trying to get one of those.
Okay. What are you offering?
I don't. Shit. Are we doing this? Okay. Shit. Hang on.
You can think about it, and because they're planning.
You've got Estes bucks
the next day. Well,
how many Estes bucks does he want for one? Because I'll just give him Estes bucks. As you know, I'm pretty sure I've earned at least a chunk of them. But if you want something more physical, then I need to look through my stuff.
Well, I'm saying is that considering he would probably prefer this to be more of a trade. That's because that's what they deal with. They usually take stuff and they trade it in with the other merchants and things like that.
Right.
So
then this highly postmodern America Tech ACR for assault rifle, I will actually offer him that with all of the ammo I have for it, which I have 4 clips for it. So that's 60 times 4, 240. And I'll tell him that if I can bring any more back for him, I will, or they can try to retrograde, figure out how to make more ammo for it, because it's, I don't know, 5. No, it's what is the current NATO standard? I'm sorry.
Current what?
Jason, I'm drawing a blank.
NATO standard 5.56.
5.56 or
Yeah,
7.62.
5.56, I believe, is the Current.
Yeah. Whatever the current NATO standard is, that's what this is based on. So he
The
shouldn't have.
ACR is based on 5.56.
Yeah, 5.56. All right. So I would offer him my ACR for along with the clips and whatever Estes bucks I have left. Because I know where I'm going, those aren't going to matter. So whatever you want to say, I have in that regard. And say, I don't know when I'm going to get back, my friend, but this is a really good rifle. And if you look through here, and if you guys know what ACRs are, the optical sights on those things are fucking insane. You almost can't miss with them. So yeah, I'm giving him one of those.
So this is an ACR assault rifle?
Mm-hmm.
It's from it's actually technically from the Freedom Squadron setting. So it's a postmodern version of the ACR, which is say the projection we had at the time of what that would turn into.
Which is funny because the ACR never got adapted.
Well, at the
History-wise.
time we thought it was going to. When I wrote the book, we actually thought.
I know.
Yeah, believe me, all the technology that's in Fringeworthy, so we thought it was going to be so important and so much
cutting edge, yeah.
That didn't become so. Yeah.
Like the H&K.
All right. Okay. So, all right. He looks at you, and he says, "Are you on your way out, Walker?"
You know that I have gone a walkabout, and I'm telling you, see, I am about to head off again, and I just have a little bit more than I can comfortably carry, so that's why I want one of these, because they are the best carriers. I'm also going to tell you, and by the way, yeah, Bruce, invoke whatever penalty or consequence you want. But I look, because Pete is one of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'd look him in the eyes and I say, we're leaving for a reason.
Okay. Well, he looks at you and he says, if that's the case, then we'll call it a loan, because I want to see you back here some point.
And Walker reaches out and pulls him into a hug and says, I'm planning to come back. If I can, I will.
Okay.
Mi hermano. But in the meantime, build the trenches, set more mines. You probably should go ahead and get rid of Joe.
Get rid of what?
Joe.
Oh, Joe.
And he points out where the robot.
Yeah. Joe. GEO. Right.
Or at least make sure you do not talk to him anymore, because that thing we fought the other night, and he stops himself. I made a promise, and I'm torn between that promise and my friendship with you. So that's it. That's it. That's all I can say.
Okay. Well, like I said, and if there's some way of me being able to reach you if I need to, then that would be great too. Yeah, go ahead and take that one over there, and it's one of the smaller ones, and
It's all I need. It's all I need.
Go, vaya con Dios.
But he hands him the rifle anyway.
Oh, okay then.
You are going to need this, my friend. And if you do not understand how much I'm saying here, I'm sorry, but that's it. That's all I can say. But you are fucking going to need this.
All right. Okay, I'll take it. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to see you tonight, right?
Oh yeah. Tonight's a party, and then hasta luego.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you later then.
And he grabs the thing and he takes it back to his house and he loads everything of importance on it, and brings it back to the hangar.
Okay. All right. It has a weight limit of about 2 tons, about 4,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So my mom.
You
Sorry.
said your mom. Oh
I
my
did.
God.
I couldn't say your mom because that would be rude.
Well, she's dead, so
So's mine. So.
I'd have no
but
problem if you had said mine.
we could put all of our moms on this thing and still put my Gatling laser on it. So all that being said, that's all I needed, because all the shit I have, actually with my brawny, it still creates a encumbrance thing. And since Bruce is using encumbrance, I had to go back and calculate. And I'm like, oh, I actually, as big as I am carrying too much. That's why this whole game I've been trying to get one of those so I could stop having an encumbrance penalty.
That's no moon. That's your mama.
That's all my fucking crazy shit. So anyway.
Okay. Bueno.
Yeah. Okay, so you got that, and like I say, the 2 ton limit, is the maximum it can lift. Okay, but also the less you lift, the longer the battery will last on it. So,
which I can tell you right now, it's barely over the thing's capacity. It was just a little bit over my encumbrance penalty, so we're good.
Okay. All right, that's fine then. So you take it and run it back to your house and load it up.
And I give Pete the key card or whatever, and I tell him, as he used to be used to, I do not well know when I'm going to be back, because remember, I was coming and going for years.
Yes.
I'm sure
so this key card is to your weapons locker?
Well, yes, my weapons locker and my house. I give him 2 of them. Because he actually hasn't had the weapons locker key until just now, which, by the way, probably will freak him a little bit out. Because I've never given that one before.
Okay, well, he may not, he may not freak out for quite some time, because, he's not going to immediately run down and say, ooh, let me see what's in Walker's, stuff.
Ooh.
Sure.
He's.
You guys can all assume that it's insane. It's a combat mercenary prepper's locker. So Pete has access to that. So story-wise, they'll have at least a little bit extra cool shit to fight with.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. So yeah, and off I go.
All right. Anybody else want to do something before dinner time? Because you were sleeping the last I heard.
Sleep.
And this also means, of course, that Walker is still not gotten any sleep.
Oh, bullshit! Jason put him completely out.
For 1 hour.
Ketamine.
For 1 hour.
1 hour of ketamine sleep is all you need.
Sure.
Walker's I actually gave Walker a cocktail so he's kind of buzzing actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's
sit him down and watch him go.
He's exhausted. He's shell shocked, and he's buzzing. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
tomorrow he won't wake up in the morning, but
no, you guys will be like pouring my body into whatever vehicles we're using, and that'll be that.
Yeah, tomorrow he won't be able
to. We'll strap you to one of the seats in the Summers.
I put him in the ambulance.
All right, throw him on the roof. What are you talking about? Strap him to the roof.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. So before we get started on the evening, it's almost 10. Any of you guys have any issues about running till 10:30?
No, it's fine.
No, not really.
It's 8:30, or it's almost 8 here, so I'm
I
good.
literally have no life, and
Okay.
I
I
am
just want to
so
make sure.
into
All
this
right.
game
Woof.
right now.
All right. Okay. I'm going to take one little second and go have a bathroom break, and then we'll come back and start the festival.
My
Screw-
girl likes
screw
to
your
party
fucking
all the time, potty
liver.
all the time, potty all the time.
Oh my god, you're killing me, Jason. You're fucking killing me. Oh, that was such a bad song.
Yeah, it was.
It
Yeah.
was such
Eddie
a bad
Murphy.
song. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, he could totally.
Anybody can be a rock star.
Well, I mean, he could imitate Michael Jackson.
Stevie Wonder too.
I will tell you though that I bought William Shatner's album.
Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
That was awesome.
the talking, the
No, it was. He did well. He did some talking, but he also sang and stuff. But the album is actually pretty good.
So, again, I'm not trying to name drop, but Bill and I hung out.
He's an asshole.
He is, actually. However, he's a grown asshole
Yeah,
Who-
no, I agree.
who started owning his shit. And so the
Kind
first
of.
time I met him, no, completely arrogant, crazy asshole. But because I also was an arrogant, crazy asshole, we got along on that level. And then I started working on my shit before he did. But Jimmy Doohan and I had been friends for years. And so Jimmy and I are hanging out, and it's weird because it's me, it's Jimmy, and it's Jeremy Bulloch, who was the body actor for Boba Fett on, the first. So we're all hanging out at a bar, and Shatner shows up, and what?
What is Kaitlin holding?
A dog.
An animal.
Oh,
What did you think she
We
was?
love dogs.
Our new
Sorry.
team mascot.
We love dogs. Oh, by the
sorry.
way,
Shiny
Bob-
keys.
Bob Aspirin, which the
I know who Bob is.
creator of Thieves World and all
Myth
that stuff.
Adventures.
He and I were also very good friends. I spent multiple Halloweens, which, by the way, Halloween is the New Orleans holiday. Mardi Gras is the one for the
Tourists.
tourists. Halloween is for the locals, and Bob would always bring me in for that. So Bob Aspirin, me, Jimmy Doohan, and Jeremy Bulloch are all hanging out in a bar. And I know this sounds insane, but these are the kind of stories I actually get to have. And we're all hanging out, and Shatner shows up, and we're all like, "Oh shit!" And Jimmy, of course, who's known him forever, "Oh, Bill, what are you doing?" And he's one of the only human beings in the world who could actually say that to Bill Shatner. And Bill is like, Jimmy, is it all right if I join you? Okay, yeah, it's fine. And I said, I'll buy. And Jimmy and Bill both were like, no, you won't. And Jimmy knew me. Bill didn't know me, but they both said it at the same time. And Jimmy is like, this is Sean Patrick Fannin, by the way. And Bill's like, holy shit, that is as Irish name as I've ever heard. And I said, well, yeah. And then I got to tell my Irish joke, which is, what's the difference between an Irish wedding and an Irish funeral? And
One
Bill
less
looks.
drunk.
Well, yeah, exactly. But Bill looks at me and I said, I don't know. I said, one less drunk. And everybody at the bar is laughing their asses off. And that's like my best joke. I don't even try after that. And then Jimmy says, by the way, you probably don't know. And by the way, he was English. He actually is Welsh. So I'm totally messing his accent up. But he's like, This man is the one who wrote the Fantasy Role-Playing Gamers Bible. So anything you ever want to know about D&D and stuff like that, this is the man. So we spent an hour over whiskey and scotch with me explaining role-playing games to fucking Bill Shatner. I'm not even sure where else I was going with that, but that's one of my favorite stories. So,
Oh, mine's just hanging out with George and Brad on a ship out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean having drinks. So,
which probably was far more entertaining than
Oh,
that
yeah.
conversation was.
George has so many not nice things to say about Bill Shatner.
Well, nobody has anything nice to say about Bill, including Leonard Nimoy, which I am one of the few people who knows why that was as south as it was. It breaks my heart because Bill actually does want to be a better person. But he did the whole go up in space thing and said, we are breaking our planet. I believed him because I saw that part of him. But you're right, egotistical narcissist. I've been diagnosed with narcissism. I'm working my ass off at it, but I recognize a fellow on that road. And I know in his heart of hearts, and it broke his heart that he and Leonard lost the relationship they had because of that. And he acknowledges it. I'll just tell you this right now. Bill, I will personally cry crocodile tears, childhood tears, whatever you want to call them, when he dies, because I know he wanted to be a better person. And when Leonard turned his back on him, which he did for good reasons, and the reason that George doesn't give him any, he was an asshole. He was a narcissistic asshole, but he doesn't want to be anymore. And it's important that we let people grow.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so.
All right,
Bruce is
so
back.
we go to the shindig.
All right.
Oh, Bruce is back. Shit,
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Put on
Yes.
Babe, put on fresh clothes.
Right.
Please.
You're going to take a bath? Thank God.
Finally,
Right.
finally, after all these years, yeah.
All right.
No.
So
You mean you
I
haven't
checked the
been
training
regularly?
manual. I'm allowed to. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
yeah, when you guys hear it before you see it, because you've been here before for the the usual evening whatevers, and even the post the post.
Yep. By the way, it's just the katana, which he almost always has on his back, and the Desert Eagle, but nothing else.
Okay. Okay, where was I? Anyways, after market day, there was quite a bit of crowd there at the welcome center and such. Okay, but this is really a lot. I mean, you get the feeling that you're seeing the majority of people from Estes Valley. They're here.
Wow.
It's a big meeting, okay, and if you remember, the previous day, there was somebody who was going around and mentioning to people, hey, be there for the meeting tomorrow. It's important. And so these people have all shown up because someone has told them it's important to come to this meeting. So seating is at a premium. There's lots of people staying around. Everybody's brought food. I mean, it's just a huge array of stuff, and nobody's really just checking out whether you brought your share or whatever like that. It's just a huge big smorgasbord of food and stuff like that. So
I did bring my latest batch of chili, which is a constant thing on my crock pot.
Great. And up near the front, of course, you do see, as a matter of fact, you see the two girls, the two teachers. They're literally sitting up on the on the stairs going up to the stage because there's no room at the various tables and such. Everybody's just filled up with with their families and things like that. So, anyways, after people have a chance to get something to eat and stuff like that, and and you could tell that there's a lot of people that are dressed in more of a homespun type stuff, that they're obviously workers from the fields, everything else. This guy, gets up, comes up to the top. You hear the sound, of the speakers coming on and stuff like that, and he gets up there and he says, "Hi," he says, "This is this is me. I'm Pedro, and I am the senior foreman for the fields, and I wanted to talk to you, everybody here." And he says, "First of all, this is our basically our pre-annual report on how things are doing here at Estes Valley as far as food production is concerned, and so I wanted to do that and acknowledge all the hard work that everybody's been doing." And he says, so and he proceeds to go through a list of projects that they've done and stuff like that. He says, so the total amount of food that we are anticipating this year.
Since my hand things isn't working, if Angel is sitting next to Walker, which I kind of assume she is, because she seems to have decided she has to kind of look after him a little bit. Am I right?
Honored to be.
No, it's your call.
Yeah, she'll sit next to you.
So you can see him grasping the table, and he's white knuckling.
Mm-hmm.
He's just trying really hard to keep his mouth shut. I want to be clear about that in case you want to respond to that.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know.
Go ahead, Bruce.
All right. So he goes, and so he lists these things. Okay. So far, this year we have produced X number of bushels of corn and stuff like that, and everything else like that. And he says, and the usual monthly usage for these materials is Y, which means that we have this much left over that that is basically the result of your hard work. All right.
Yay!
Yeah. Everyone's like, yay! He says, I want you to understand that is not in our storerooms. That is gone. And the reason it's gone is because the mayor has been giving it to the raiders.
At which point,
I'm flicking all of it.
Tell
Walker
that I just sat up and I'm about to stand up. And if no one stops him, he's going to stand up.
I hit you with an olive.
That will not stop him from standing up.
I'm just going to grab his arm, like, sit back down. You got this.
You do not understand.
Steady lad.
You do not understand. So he's half standing. So anybody paying attention will see him half standing and about to pull his Desert Eagle out, but he's not going to.
Okay. Well, most people are basically riveted on Pedro, who's up there giving this talk, and he goes and he says, now, he says, this isn't news for those of us who are in senior management. He says, Pete and I and a number of other people, are aware of this policy. And the reason that she says that she's been giving it is so that they can act as a buffer, a protection of Estes Valley from some of the roving raider gangs and of course the raider gangs themselves. And I just have to say, where the fuck were they yesterday?
So at this point, I need to know if Angel is actually physically going to try to stop.
If he's
Walker.
reaching, if she can see he's reaching for his gun, she will try.
Actually, so he
Probably not strong enough
starts-
to try, but will try it.
he starts to reach, but then he stops. But he is physically moving forward to where Pedro is.
Okay. Well, he's up on stage, so
Oh, yeah, I'm walking forward, and again,
Okay.
they all know who I am.
try not to trip over the teachers as you go up as you climb the stairs.
Well, they know to get the fuck out of my way. We've all known each other long enough. They know if I'm pissed off, get out of my way.
Yeah.
So my point is the rest of the group, because they're all skilled enough. If they're going, I mean, Jason throwing olive at me, which I'm sorry isn't enough to stop me.
Yeah.
But if anybody else is going to do something more than an olive to stop me,
All right. Mike reaches over and puts his hand on your shoulder. Sit down.
And
I
I guess the
holding
question
tight-
is,
I'm holding
you're
tight with
sitting in
your
our
arm.
group.
Yeah, we're all sitting in near each other.
yeah, we are. We totally are. We totally are.
Just sit down and let the man finish.
You do not understand.
No, I
So-
don't. I hope to understand once he finishes. I
So
want to hear
there's
what he's
Yeah,
got
if
to
you
say
actually stand
before
up
I
and start
react.
moving forward, I'm going to kick you in the back of the knee.
okay. So there is a scene
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
which the newcomers that they don't know and the weird dark stranger that they do know are currently having some difficulties while Pedro is trying to speak truth. And it's the truth that I've been hoping someone would speak for years.
So let him say it.
Yeah, oh, and you're not wrong, Jason. You're not wrong. So that's why I made the point of I'm reacting, but I'm allowing for the fact that you all are reacting. But I am saying it can't not be a scene. People are going to see there's some weird shit going on while Pedro is speaking his truth.
Okay.
I want to make sure that movie, again, gaming for me is a movie.
Yep. No,
So
you start to get up and move forward. I stand up and I put my knee in the back of your knee and then push my hands on your shoulders and sit your ass back down.
well, you're pushing me to the floor because I've already gotten away from my chair. But the rest of the group is successful. I'm relenting to that. The rest of the group is successful in stopping me from continuing to move forward. But anybody paying attention will see that Walker is clearly
Seething mad. Okay.
affected
It's clearly
by
just-
what Pedro's saying.
Yeah, I'm
All
holding
right.
onto your arm as tight as I can. So chill out.
Bruce, it's
Yeah.
all yours. I just
Okay,
wanted to make
great.
sure
Great,
I was
great.
clear. I
Okay.
just want to be clear it was about the scene. That's all.
All right. So he goes and everyone's having this big hubbub and stuff like that, and and some of them are some of them they're saying things like you're full of it, and other people are saying this can't be, and other people are saying what? Yeah. Yeah. Because I never, I never authorized, he says, I'm not growing corn to give them to raiders, and so forth. So there's a lot of hubbubbing going on around you. And he says, all right. He says, and just so you all know, okay, these are the names of your friends and neighbors who are no longer with us. They died last night. As much effort that we did over at the hospital to save these people, they are no longer with us. They are dead. And he reads off 6 names, and says, and doesn't just say their name. He says, husband of so and so, father of children, or mother of somebody else, and he runs this list, and he's obviously fermenting, this, okay. And you can see that the mayor is over on the side, and basically she's got like a cordon of security people around her, and he basically then goes and says, so he says, I am demanding, and I hope you are demanding with me, a vote of confidence in the mayor. He says, and if you agree with me that the mayor is not acting in our behalf, then I say we vote in a new mayor right here and now. And
so Sean, the player, is choosing to relent to the group. So if they want to say that they collectively are stopping him, then no rolls are necessary, and I will not spend a penny. But it's clear he intends to charge forward and engage in combat. Not against the speaker, but against the people surrounding the mayor. So I just want to say, I will, as a player, out of character, relent to all of you. You are all collectively strong enough, though I'm going to say, probably not easy to stop me. But if, as a group, you're trying to stop me, I'm going to relent with no rolls and say that you succeed. But it's clear that Walker intends to interact with the situation against the mayor.
Yes, I will attempt to stop you then.
I've been attempting to stop you.
Well, yeah, and you've got my arm, and Chen Wei, you're a martial artist. I will relent to your joint luck. But I'm trying to pull my Desert Eagle out, and you're stopping me from doing that.
Which side is that Desert Eagle on?
I'm thinking right now, this is another case of throwing a smoke grenade.
What side is that Desert Eagle on?
It's actually in my back. It's in a back. I don't know if you've ever seen this. There's a butt holster, basically, is what we call it.
It's called an SOB.
You know what I'm talking about. Thank you.
Smaller
Jason.
back holster.
Yeah, but it's not. So it's
three.
small. It's smaller back, but it's a gargantuan gun that I have up underneath my crazy duster. So
okay,
you have
so
it's the 28 millimeter pistol. It is.
Yeah. I think that if Chen Wei can't control him, I'm just gonna put my hand on Chen Wei's shoulder and
say, let him go.
You do that. I say, give me some help here.
I mean, you've
Whatever
been
you
teaching
need.
martial arts, Chen Wei, so I can kind of help you here.
Well,
okay. You're sort of helping me anyway already,
Yeah.
so I don't.
Besides, I mean, with martial arts.
Yeah. Sean's already said that if you guys agree that you're restraining Walker, you're successful at it.
Yeah, you're dealing with a giant martial arts expert, but I am saying collectively as a group, I'm relenting for the purposes of story.
I'm letting him go. I'm like, all right, I've tried.
You are no help there, Jason.
I tried.
Actually, no, Jason, I need to know.
I know. That's what I just said. I tried.
So we got.
I forced you down to the ground the first time. If you're gonna keep going, then I have no control over you, and then just gonna.
We have 2 for restraint. What's Chuck saying?
All right, I have my hand on Walker's shoulder, and I will. I have a D8. I'm fairly strong myself, so I can keep him from moving. I have a D8 strength, almost D10. That's what Mike is doing.
So I'm D10 with Brawny. So honestly, you're not
I don't have a
stopping
chance.
me if I don't want to be stopped, but I will look at Jason.
Would
who-
you?
I used to be D12 with Byrne.
Yeah, he may not have a D12, but I mean, there's multiple people with D10 strengths here, Walker.
Right.
And then, you know what? If that's cool, that's true. Then it's not even an argument, Bruce.
I don't have a D10. I have a 6. So
I have
But-
a 6.
But from a role play standpoint,
from a role play standpoint, I'm telling you
Yeah.
that if you're going to go, I'm not going to stop you because I can't. I'm not a martial artist. I'm not that big of a guy.
so he will look at you and he will.
And if you're actually so mad that you're going to go and kill someone, I doubt you would look at me.
no,
Mike-
you're
Mike
wrong.
Mike
You're
will
wrong.
say, all right, Mike will say to you, if I let you go and you charge the mayor's horde, you're staying here the rest of your life.
At which point, he will throw a quick glance at Mike, and then he will throw a stronger glance at Jason.
Yeah, I'm sitting there like this.
We can't have a nutcase go with us.
We already had one.
We've already had one.
I'm sorry to say that, but we have already had one.
Yeah, okay.
And Angel will feel my arm relax because that's the arm you were holding
hmm
that was going for the gun. And the rest
So-
of you will feel me
Yeah,
start
I'm
to,
on your right side.
and I will look at Jason. F.A., she will kill them all.
Oh, she will.
Do we not stand against this?
They may kill her first.
Against what? Nothing's happened yet. She's standing behind her security.
And he bows his head. Okay, I promised you.
You
I-
want to force an issue? That's what you're going to do.
She already has. You don't understand, but okay. Okay.
All right, we Bruce, we wait for the rest of the meeting to develop.
Okay, so anyways, so
I
he-
have alleviated, just so you know, Bruce, to be clear, I'm not fighting them.
Okay,
I'm
hear you.
not
Okay.
fighting.
Okay.
All right, so the mayor, they move up, okay, and people may yell at her or something like that, but nobody tries to attack her. And she goes up to the stairs, up onto the stage, and she walks over to I've lost Manuel. Where's
Pedro.
Pedro.
And
Senior
he
foreman.
says, Pedro, I value, your input, but I think that it's time for me to talk. He says, and she puts her hand out for the microphone, and he looks at her and looks at the crowd, and, you just see for a second there this kind of wild look, like just, incite a mob kind of concept. Okay. And then he says, sure, I'd like to hear this too. And he steps
So,
back and
ju-
does
just to-
classic, hand over, over his chest, look, because now he can basically just stand over there and react. to
So
everything.
all of these weirdos that they've known and the dark stranger that they've known, there's this scene in the middle of all this where they're all holding him, and he's been the guy who's always gone out and stepped up in front of them to fight whatever evil there was. And there's this like weird group of strangers that they've become connected to, and there's this weird tableau while they're all clearly holding him while this
How many
is going
people are
on.
at this gathering? 300?
Almost the entire
Yeah, at
town.
least, yeah, a lot.
Okay, so we're like a little pocket of what's
Yeah.
right. So most
Yeah.
people probably haven't even realized.
And most people are staring up at the stage, because
Yeah.
it's up above the ground and stuff like that. So they're, I'd say that there's probably only a a small group of people that actually have seen this struggle going on.
The ones that are.
I'm sorry,
where we are.
Jason. I'm Jason, but I disagree with you. When you
Okay.
have a crisis situation with guns and someone
Nobody's pulled a gun yet.
Well, I was about to.
Yeah, but you were
But you
contained.
But my point is, it is a very clear demonstration. And all I'm trying to say is, I just want to be clear that it's not quiet and silent and passive. There is a thing going on. That's all I want to say.
All right. Anyways, so she's up there and she says, people of Estes Valley, first of all, he says, it's great to see you tonight because we here at Estes Valley have accomplished so much, in the last 10 years. For some of you, in your lifetimes. And I think we should all be proud of that. And I want you to, and I appreciate, as do all the people, in the administration, okay, appreciate the effort that you put forth, okay, which allows all of us to be fed, to have a doctor, to have a safe place for you to sleep, to be able to have power and all these things. You are all working together for this community, and I am proud of each and every one of you.
Is someone covering my mouth?
What?
No,
Is
I know
someone
I'm not. I'm not covering your mouth.
My mouth.
No, I don't think anyone's covering your mouth right now.
Jason?
I'm not covering your mouth.
Lying bitch!
That was mildly disruptive.
Okay.
Okay.
At which point, I assume someone might decide that they should cover my mouth.
I got tiny little girl hands. Ken?
I'm trying to. No, I'm trying to figure out what my attack should be here.
No, I've already acceded to your joint lock. No. He's joint locked me, so I can't draw a gun and I cannot physically attack. But my mouth is still open. That's why I asked the question, because at this point,
okay. In that case, I will say, shut the fuck up.
Which will not shut me the fuck up, which is why someone needs to decide if they're going to actually cover my mouth.
I'm not going to gag you, no.
Because I'm going to keep saying, do not listen to her. She is only in it for herself, and you will all die.
I'm going to shake my head and walk away.
Is anybody wearing a hat? I mean, at the
Mike's
party.
wearing a hat.
I grab the hat and I stuff it in his mouth.
I was going to show him one of the 71 uses of a towel.
So my point is, I wanted to allow for the fact that you could shut me up, but before that, my whole point was that I'm agreeing with Pedro, and since Pedro already opened the gate, I'm trying to let all the horses out.
All right.
Okay. So Bev Baker is ignoring your outburst. Okay, and and she says that these are very serious allegations that Pedro has put toward me and my administration, and I think that that you should have answers to these allegations. All right, so. Now, I'm not going to go and pull out a huge ledger and show you where everything that you've done, how it's been traded for things and back and forth, okay? Because no one wants to see that, and it's boring. And this is a party. So instead, what I'm going to say is that and you've been listening to our fair teachers every night talking about how Estes Valley is a place of safety, a place where you can come and live a life and be in a community. And you are all here because you believe that. And I am here as your mayor because I believe that. So, as much as Pedro has concerns, which I'm perfectly willing to address, especially in a reasonable way. He says, I want you to know that you are right. This is a place of safety. You have committed your lives to a place where you can grow and your children can be safe. And the fact that you are here now and have spent many years here now, okay, is proof of that.
Mike gets out a piece of paper.
All right. And she says, she says that, yes, I've had to negotiate with many outside groups. Okay. And contrary to what Pedro is saying, they have been performing those duties as we promised. And have you noticed that when they come to here on market day, they're not cutting people's arms off. They're not raping women or men.
I'm scrambling so hard now. I said I relented to the group.
They are being...
Jason said, hold on. Jason said he was walking away. And the rest said they were still trying to hold me. I'm telling you, at this time, I am scrambling. I'm not relenting anymore. I am trying to get away.
To leave the party or to move toward the mayor?
Okay, so let me be clear. I'm not making a meta decision.
All
Y'all
right.
will have to make the meta decision. But the micro decision is that he's had enough and he's trying to break free so he can speak and so he can act.
He's fighting you
All right.
to get loose. That's what he's saying.
Yes.
All right.
And so, Bruce, you need to deal with that or not as you will. But I said I would relent to a point, but you've gone this far and I can't anymore.
All right. Well, first of all, you do see that there is a whole bunch of guards around the stairs up to the, basically on the front and around the stairs up to the stage.
If you haven't figured this out yet, there is no amount of evil you can put in front of me that I won't face. And there's there's no chance of death I won't face.
Yeah, but you are, but you are also, these people are shocked and maybe they're concerned, but they're not looking at her as an archetype of evil. They are not, they are not convinced. Pedro is convinced. She is trying to convince them that what Pedro is saying is an exaggeration or a misinterpretation of the situation. And
Pedro is accusing.
So what you are doing is you are acting on your own.
Yes.
But you're also acting in a way that is not supported by anybody else around you. And your character should give your character some pause.
But Bruce, you've known me long enough. If I think I'm faced with the Emperor of Star Wars, then I'm going to act no matter how many people tell me I shouldn't.
Okay, well then this means that you are essentially creating a reason for your character to exit this campaign, Sean. So it's up to you what you're going to do.
Well,
all right.
I'll be honest with you. Jason and Angel get to. Well, no, the whole group. The whole group gets to assert. I'm just telling you where I am right now.
Yeah, I think we all understand that, Sean. Okay, it's just that, is this more because of the weekend, or is
it's more because of November, Bruce.
Okay.
It's
Well-
more because of Elon Musk and Donald Trump.
All right. Well, in that case, Sean, I'm going to table this at this point because, I think that I think that maybe some reflection is in favor. Is called upon at this moment. Okay. So if you insist on doing this, continuing this path in the next session, everybody can decide what they're going to do. But they've already made it very clear that if you do this, then you're not. They're leaving. They're going to leave this world without you. So your character can do whatever your character decides to do based upon what your character really wants to do. So, and
does no one else see what I see?
You see no evidence of that, other than what Pete has said. And
Mike
Pedro.
shows you a note that he has just written. It says, "You better be telling us the truth. We don't help corrupt people."
And I have known that she's corrupt from the beginning of my character's days. So
stay here. I'm going to give this to her. Stay right here, and then we're leaving. And Mike walks over and hands the note to one of her handlers to give to the mayor. And then he goes back to Walker.
Just please don't ever ask me to play evil or neutral.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, I think we should stop.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Good. Very good.
I will continue to relent to the group with that statement having been said. But if you guys decide between now and our next session, nope, Sean's too big damn hero for this, then I will walk away. But I cannot live in a fantasy world not facing evil when we're all watching people threatening to commit suicide because they don't know how to live in the real world.
They've been told playing. I thought your character had the death wish disad, that you have a death wish and you want to die in a blaze of glory.
By the
That's
way,
the way you've been role playing.
I have heroic.
I go in. I attack a huge group of people who have guns pointed at me.
No, I have heroic because I don't think I'm going to die.
Okay. My first character had heroic too. After a while.
I'm just telling you, I will never not, in real life or fantasy, not stand against what I see